Hi there. You're watching Pop Culture Warrior. This is the way.
Hi there. It's your second favorite DP right here, okay? No, that's Deadpool, you silly little Hufflepuff. Anyways, I'm gonna need you to shut up that pretty little mouth of yours and pay attention because the show's about to start, alright? And, I don't know about you, but I know who's my vote for sexiest ex-soldier turned pop culture show host. Alright, enough foreplay. Let's get on with the show.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
everybody. Welcome, one and all. Oh, my goodness. Ho, 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 ho. Today's December 19th, 2023. This is episode 156 of Pop Culture Warrior. It's the show where I stay up to date on all the ins and outs of what's happening in pop culture so you don't have to. I am CQ, and I am hopped up on an energy drink, and I am ready for the giving season. I am the Pop Culture Warrior, and joining me tonight is our very own Chris Kringle. He might be called Angry Elf, but tonight, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my co-host. If I can figure the button is, I'm gonna call him Angry Santa instead of Angry Elf. He might be an angry elf, but he is looking mighty jolly tonight. Hey, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Not much. I don't know if I can meet that energy, man. You're like,
hang on a second.
I saw you in the pre-show. You're
I'm just double fisting, like I'm missing Mad Mike over here. You know, I'm really missing him. Oh man, this is it. This is the end of 2023, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God.
Thank God it's over. Ring in 2024. Come on now.
It can't be any worse.
It can't be.
Oh man.
And then a year from now, we're gonna be like, "Oh, you stupid idiot! You didn't know what you were getting yourself into."
Take me back to 2023, please. Who's ready for World War III? Come on, if you're with me, let's go.
I don't care. I'm retired.
Oh man, no one's retired when when the enemy's knocking at your door. Anyway.
Oh, I'm a government contractor, so I don't care. It's more money for me.
More money. Man, so much. Okay, so much. A couple of you out there already. Scott says, I missed last week. Did you guys talk about the Game Awards? A tad bit. We discussed it a little bit, but there was a lot of pressing things. Plus, we had the great interview. Speaking of the Game Awards, last week's special guests were the heads of Squanch Games, the CEO and studio director, Mike Fridley, and the art director and CCO, Chief Creative Officer of Squanch Games, Mikey Spano. Great dudes, awesome, lot of fun, great. I mean, honestly, it was a great interview. I really enjoyed it, and they hooked us up with game codes for the base game of High on Life as well as its DLC, High on Knife, which somebody won last week somehow. Not naming names, but it's rigged. But I said over the weekend I was going to put up different giveaways across the social media. So I did one giveaway on Facebook. I did one giveaway post on Instagram. I gave one giveaway post on X/Twitter. So I ran it from Saturday all the way up until showtime right now. So I've got a list of all the people that have entered this giveaway, and we're going to do this giveaway right here, right now, live. So
have you checked it twice?
You would think I was prepared for this. Hang on un segundo. Guys out there, we love you, man. Ho, 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 you hoes. We're loving it.
I love my hose.
I love my hose. Let's see. Let's pull up this, and I'm gonna pull up this, and I'm gonna select this one, and where is my giveaway window? Come on, where are you? Don't do this to me. Don't you do this to me. Where's my window? Google Chrome.
You got a little thing flying across the screen.
I got somebody threw in a thing. Why isn't this capturing what I'm trying to capture? I want to do the giveaway. There it is. Aha! Got it. Okay.
Capture the capture.
Woo. Sign you up. Jenny out there saying nice Santa costume.
Hi.
There you go. Nice Santa costume. And Kaz says, sign me up. Kaz, man, you gotta, it's a social media giveaway. This is not for the people watching live as much as I wish it was. Maybe if you run over to social media real quick and like a post, I'll give you a second here. All right. Oh man. Yes, the beard has been capturing a
Yeah.
lot of Doritos. Not Doritos so much, but pretty much everything else. Yes.
That's why I
Um,
shaved the sides.
All right, so check this out real quick because I just want to knock out the giveaway so we can talk about other stuff. Let's switch over to boop. Here you go.
There we go.
Complete blank spin wheel here. And I'm going to grab all the names. If you didn't miss the 8 o'clock window, I'm sorry. So let me copy this. And here's all the people on Facebook that participated in the giveaway, which, here we go. I'm going to shuffle. You, Angry Elf, tell me when to stop.
We'll stop at 10:30.
Oh, you're killing me. All right.
Stop.
There we go.
Stop.
Let's see
Here
who
we go.
wins. This is the Facebook giveaway for one of these
All right, who
Facebook
wins?
fans. Let's see who
Who's it?
gets
Who is
a
it?
copy of the game.
Ooh.
We got Jose Quintanilla has just won himself a copy of High on Life, the base game, as well as the DLC High on Life on any system. I'm going to assume, I think he's an Xbox player, so we'll assume he's Xbox. But all right, up next, now that we did that one, I got all my peoples on IG. Hang on, let me
Instagram.
boom that out. Here are the few, the proud, the brave that
Liked it on the gram.
that joined on the gram. I'm mixing it up.
Mix
man.
it up, and stop.
All right, spin that wheel.
Here we go.
Who's
gonna
got
be the
it?
lucky one?
Who's the guy? Oh, it is Ben Webb _ Joy on Purpose. Oh, I like that guy. He's funny. Go follow him on Instagram. He puts up a lot of really funny content. All right, congratulations, Ben Webb. You got yourself a copy of High on Life and its DLC High on Knife. And finally, let's get rid of those. We're gonna do this. We're doing this as fast as I humanly can. Copy and paste.
X is gonna give it to you.
X is gonna give it to you, and we're shuffling. We're shuffling.
And stop. Did I say Papa
And
Roach?
Papa Roach is out there. What can I say? He's a big fan. I don't think the same guy. The winner is Music Growth X _3 on Twitter. There you go. Congrats again, everybody who. Yay! We're back. We're back. Let's get back on screen. Hey, everybody, we're back. Congratulations to those fine folks. I will reach out to each of them on all their proper medias, and and we'll make sure they get their prizes.
Yes.
And then if you're salty and want one last chance, and honestly your best chance to win it, I have a few codes left over. After that, I think depending on who asks for what, I'm still gonna have like 4 codes on PC, 3 or 4 codes on PC, I think 3 on PlayStation, and maybe 2 on Xbox left. And I'm gonna be giving those away to our Patreons. So if you're not a Patreon subscriber, now's a good time to do it, because
No, it shouldn't just be for this game. Tell them about the. Tell them about January.
Yes, well, let me get to there. So first, join the Patreon now, and after this show, I'll be doing a Patreon giveaway until I run out of codes. So let's say there's 16 Patreon members now. If I have 7 codes, you've got like a 50-50 chance of winning a code just by joining the Patreon, as little as $3 a month. Patreon.com/popculturewar. And then we're also doing our biggest giveaway of all time on this show. If you are a Patreon member, at least at the $3 level or more, you are entered in to win an Avengers movie poster signed by Robert Downey Jr. This is the real deal. It's not a fake. It's not a mini. This is a movie poster. An original Avengers. Well, it's not the original Avengers, but it's an original Avengers Age of Ultron movie poster signed by Robert Downey Jr. So very exciting.
I swear, I've seen it in person.
Yeah.
It exists. Yes. He's not lying, even though he did kind of do a commercial a few weeks ago.
I
Yes,
did.
I've seen it with my
I
own.
did.
I'll
Yes.
raise
Yes.
my right hand. Yes, Your Honor.
I swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, the whole truth,
No.
nothing but the truth. And I will say, Rob himself, Angry Elf, is in it to win it, isn't he? He's
Oh, yeah.
He's hoping.
Oh, yeah.
He's hoping he's the lucky
I'm gonna-
winner.
I'll redo my entire upstairs just for a spot.
Hey man, I feel like I should enter it as well, just to give myself a chance to win. But I won't do that.
Oh, I
won't do that.
want it so I don't have to ship it
Like,
anywhere.
oh no! Like that's the thing, because even if I legitimately won it, everyone would say it's rigged.
It is rigged.
Even if I legitimately won it, they would say it's rigged. So I'm not even gonna bother. Anywho, okay. So we did the giveaway. Giveaways out of the way. Let's see what's next. Let me pull up my list here.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Well, one last thing before we do the what's in the box.
What's in the box?
At the end of this show, because I want to end 2023 on a high
On a
note,
bang.
we're going to do one last giveaway. So stick to the end of the show. Whenever we decide to end it, the last thing we'll do before we log off is one more giveaway to one lucky fan who is watching live. So if you want your shot, stick around to the end. That being
CQ's giving
said,
away his boxers.
with fresh smells like rich mahogany. All right. Okay, so let's do what's in the box here. So I'm gonna let you kind of talk us through this because I got this
so
in the mail.
He's got
Hang
this
on.
box. So last week
on.
I was out and about doing a toy hunt, and I ran across a Black Panther mask, and I got on the old telephono and I messaged CQ and I said, "Hey, you want a Black Panther mask? It's $20 at Ross." And he's like, "Yes." And so I was like, done. And then I continued my toy hunt, went into another store I won't name, and I saw something that I was like, that's CQ. And since I was already sending them a box, I was like, I'm adding a little bit of Christmas cheer into this one. So I tossed in a Christmas present for good old CQ.
Oh.
So, yes.
Well, so I don't know what's in the box. I was instructed specifically not to open it pre-airing.
Yes.
It is still sealed. I have my trusty knife here. Now, I will say, way to spoil the mask part of it. I mean, we could have said I got a thing, and then
Sorry.
Come on, man. The content creation of it, like you got to really upsell the mystery, but that's fine. I still don't
Well,
know
there's a
what
crit-
the other things are in
Yeah.
here. Now, I haven't opened it. Before I do, I just need to know, is there anything explosive in this box? Will anything explode in my face? That's all I ask.
No, there's no plutonium in the box.
No plutonium. There are no sparks. There are no.
Nope.
I don't open this and like a sound machine goes off like a any of that, right? None of this.
Oh, no. It's not one of those glitter bombs with the fart spray or anything
Okay.
like that.
Good. Last question, and this is a throwback to episode 1. Heath wants to know, is it chocolate buttholes?
No, this is good old wholesome. Like I wish. If I was gonna do chocolate buttholes, I would have been a mold of my own butthole.
Yes, yeah. For anybody that hasn't been here since the beginning, on our first ever episode, I ate live on the show chocolate buttholes that were sent to me by Mad Mike. So shout out to Mad Mike out there for the chocolate buttholes. He said he was so sticky afterwards, but we made it done. We made it done. All right, so here we go. Without further ado, drum roll, please. Open this up here.
Joy to the world.
Stop. All right. So you did a damn good job wrapping this thing up, man.
I wanted to make sure it I bubble wrap all over the place. I wanted to make sure it got there in one piece.
Bubble wrap the hell out of this thing. All right. So first up, what we expected, what was given away.
Yes.
Look at that. Where do you go? There's the camera. Black
Yep.
Panther mask. Yeah, buddy. You know.
Hey. And again, if you've got a Ross near you, you need to be checking them out. That's
Yeah.
like a what? What did we say? $130 mask?
100, yes, 130. At its release, it was 129, and at its highest, I saw it at like 160, 170.
$20
and
bucks at Ross right now.
got it for $20, man. That's outstanding.
Yes.
Ugh. So that will go up there on display with all the rest of my Marvel masks. All right, let's see what
Yes.
else is in here. Hang on, more bubble wrap.
Yeah, bubble wrap. I like bubble wrap.
More bubble
Sometimes I
wrap.
wrap myself in bubble wrap.
More bubble wrap. Ugh. More bubble wrap. Hang on, we're almost there. I see
Hey,
a
at least they didn't
shape.
put those styrofoam peanuts in there.
Yeah. but Jesus. All right, I got a shape. Yeah. And then make sure we're good. Get fuck, box
Holy.
stuck under. There we go. All right. Oh, this is lovely. This
Yes.
is lovely. Oh, I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody knows here I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, obviously.
Yes.
And what we have here is made by Funko Games. It's
Yep.
Back to the Future, Back in Time, the board game.
The board game.
at
We're
this.
twinsies.
Look at
I got one
this. How nice
Yes.
is that? What a
Yes,
lovely gift.
It basically you from what I understand by looking at the back of the box, you're playing the first movie.
Yes, yes. I
And
love it. I love it. I see.
I got myself a copy of it too.
You got the picture that the disappearing kids.
Yep.
You got some 7 minifigs plus a DeLorean. I mean,
Yep.
how awesome is this? I didn't even know Funko made board games. That's cool.
Neither did I. I walked into the store called Buyer's Market and saw it, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta get that."
Contents include 1 game board, 1 clock dice tower, 1 turn tracker, 4 character mats, 1 love meter, 2 tracker cubes, 6 McFly photo sections, 3 knockdown tokens, 18 trouble cards, 61 game cards, 7 character movers, 1 DeLorean mover, 3 DeLorean part tiles, 8 dice, 44 power tiles, and of course instructions for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 up, approximately 50 minutes. I love games. I play games all the time, and I am excited to play that game. I'll have to take some pictures and put it up on the socials once we're with that. So awesome, man! Thank you so much. That's a lovely gift. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. No, like I said, I walked in, saw it, and I was like, "Dude, that is so CQ."
I love it. I love it. You love it.
You love it?
Woo! Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Awesome. Okay. We are tracking, we are plugging away on this fine evening. So we did the box. We did the social media giveaways. We told them about this giveaway at the end. We told them about the big giveaway for January.
Yep.
Let's actually talk about some pop culture news of the week. And we would be remiss
Yes.
if not to start with one of the biggest news items of the week. Jonathan Majors, the incredible actor, is officially in a big heaping pile of doo-doo. So obviously he was convicted of, I think it was 2 counts of like aggravated assault and harassment, or reckless assault in the 3rd degree and harassment. And within hours, I think it was less than 2 hours of his sentence, or not sentencing because he hasn't even been sentenced yet, but his being found guilty, Marvel was like, yeah, he done.
I'm pretty certain they had that press release ready and they were just waiting for the final word.
Oh, yeah. So Marvel Studios is officially parting ways with Kang the Conqueror actor Jonathan Majors after news of his conviction in his recent criminal trial. The news broke mere hours after a Manhattan jury found Majors guilty of both harassment and reckless assault in the 3rd degree in relation to his altercation with his ex-partner, Grace Jabbari. He was found not guilty of the other 2 charges in the case, which was intentional assault in the 3rd degree, as well as aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree. His sentencing will take place February 6th. What a shitty way to go into the holidays, right? Like to know you've been found guilty, but not know what the punishment is for 2 months. That's just shitty. But he
Yeah,
can
well.
face up to a year in jail for these charges. Obviously, he won't. Let's just be honest. He won't.
I mean,
but
he- who knows? Who
he'll
knows how the
get.
just?
I mean, look, his career's done. His career
Oh
is
yeah.
over. It is so done. They'll probably just give him, fines. They'll give him probation because he doesn't have a history of, any of this stuff. And, it is what it is. But let's see. I was curious at what were kind of the consequences, how this affected his career. And so the actor reportedly parted ways with his management, Entertainment 360 company.
Yeah.
His PR firm.
That happened back in the spring.
Right. His PR firm. They were citing issues of actor personal behavior. He was also dropped from 2 upcoming films, The Man in My Basement, and a currently untitled Otis Redding biopic. As well as he was dropped from ad campaigns involving the MLB's Texas Rangers and the United States Army, which was a badass commercial, by the way.
Yeah,
It was
I saw
a
it, and
super
then-
ass cool ass commercial, and that got
Yeah.
ripped down immediately. He was also an upcoming movie that was starring Majors. The boxing drama Magazine Dreams was originally scheduled to be released December 8th. Now been indefinitely delayed by delayed indefinitely
Yeah.
by Disney. Well, that's hard to say. Delayed indefinitely by Disney. So
Get used to saying it.
he is done. He is done. And so Kaz said he's pretty sure he expected to get fired upon conviction. 100%.
Oh yeah.
100%. He knew that was going. Disney's probably got a blank press release for all situations. They just fill in the blank with the names.
That's Warner Brothers.
That's
After freaking out, what's his
yeah.
name from the Flash?
Yeah, Ezra Miller, Amber
Ezra Miller?
Heard,
Yeah.
a bunch
Well,
of
then
them.
again, maybe Disney just said, "Hey, can you send me that template?
What's that?
We
You
got
just-
one over
you know,
here."
Microsoft Outlook. There's a template that says superhero press release or studio press release.
Yeah, exactly.
Scott says elite privilege. He will probably get some probation and community service. You think DC will pick him up in a few years? Yeah, that's yeah.
I don't know.
That's good. Ezra Miller's got his own template. His name's in there. They just leave the offenses blank, so they could just for intoxicated in public, for aggravated assault, and they just kind of fill in his blanks. It's like remember the Mad
Ezra
Libs?
Miller.
Remember the Mad Libs?
Yes.
He's like actor blank was arrested for blank when he did blank in public at blank, and you just fill them in. Oh man, so TMZ's got to make one of those. You could that'd be a great stocking stuffer gift. It's like a celebrity Mad Libs,
You know what? Maybe next year we can make that and then give it away as a door prize to come into
Yes.
the holiday episode.
A boob gift. I love those. A booby gift. So yeah, I mean he's done. Like it is what it is. He's done.
But
this is a good
I've got
comment.
a solution.
Hang on, before you think this
Yeah.
think this will put a damper on the Army using real people as spokespersons for recruiting campaigns for a good while. I think the commercials were up for less than a week before getting in. Yeah, they were up for a week at most. And I
Yeah.
don't know, do we think that will stop the Army from using real people as spokesperson? I don't think so. I think
I think the Army is screwed either way with recruiting, so it doesn't matter.
yeah, they could get who's the hottest thing in PR right now? Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. They could get them to be like everybody join, and recruiting numbers still won't change.
No.
It doesn't matter who they've got promoting it.
No,
There you
no.
go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters at all. But yeah,
In
so your point.
related news, I was going to say this. I'm going to butcher it. K. Quinn, otherwise known as Short Round.
Yes.
I'm just going to use Short Round.
Really, you didn't go with the Goonies? You
was-
went with Indiana Jones? All right, cool.
Yeah, I went Indiana Jones. You call him Dr. Jones. Anyways, no, he got a Golden Globe recently
He
for
did.
best standout character for
Yeah.
OB, and I think if I was running the MCU, I would bring in Short Round to rework OB to being the next version of Kang. Loki goes in. Spoiler alert. How Loki season 2 ended, it caused a ripple effect, and instead of Jonathan Majors Kang, it comes out to be Short Round Kang, and they just replace the actor and keep moving forward.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility, sure. I mean, I don't know. He's too lovable to be a bad guy.
But that's
He's
the whole point.
He's
That's
adorable.
I agreed, and that's why it works. Everybody's like, no, it's Short Round. It's like, no, I'm the evil Short Round now.
I don't know. I don't know.
If we're not going to go that route, then after Deadpool 3 airs, drops in the theater, in June, right?
Uh-huh.
May, or whenever it drops, then they take the next 2 years off, no movies, and rework the MCU and give us a awesome Fantastic Four movie, a couple awesome X-Men movies that lead into Secret Wars, and have Doctor Doom be the big bad.
I could see it. I could see it.
Rework everything, but give us a couple of couple movies or couple of shows or whatever. Introduce Doctor Doom, do them right, so it's not like you open. Because I've heard some people already saying, "Oh, go do Secret Wars, but go straight into Doctor Doom," and I just keep having vibes of the first Justice League movie, the first attempt of the Justice League movie, where it's kind of felt rushed and not fully fleshed out.
Yeah. Here's some interesting takes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Keith says the Army should have gone safe with Gary Sinise.
Oh,
Sure.
absolutely, without a doubt.
That's a safe picture. I mean, but will it resonate with the young people? Right?
No.
That's the question. I don't think the young
No.
people that are recruitment age even know who the fuck Gary Sinise is. Unfortunately. He says, I believe I could take Ezra Miller in a fist fight. Oh, 100%. Kang, on the other hand, our boy Jonathan Majors, look, he's proven he don't mind putting his hands on people.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, but we all know that Ezra Miller's packing. He carries a gun, and he's a wiry little guy. I wouldn't put it past him.
He's a scrap, but I feel like you get your hands
Yeah.
on him, you could put some damage.
Oh yeah, you get a good. He'd be but
Oh man, you guys are good. Let's see. Looking for what's the next one? Oh, here's a good one. Kaz says Walter White and Jesse Pinkman will be the next Go Army commercial. Yes. Yo, Mr. White, join the army. I joined the army, bro. I joined the army, bitch. Let's see. He says the army needs Christopher Walken for recruiting videos. Yeah, I can't do a Walken. Yeah, you gotta join the army. I can't do a Walken. Everybody can do a Walken. I can't do
I think you do. I think Christopher Walken would be better off doing the Air Force and just redoing his speech from Pulp Fiction.
Yes. I'm on board with this. They should get Denzel Washington to do the army commercials. Yeah. Yeah. I've told a story about Denzel Washington at Walter Reed a couple times, but yeah, that's a good dude. Quality, solid guy. I'm not even gonna put that up, but yes, guys, you're kind of right. Let's see. It looks like Kevin Hart's time to join the MCU. Yeah, yeah. He's like, all right. he's too tiny, man. Nobody would take him serious, man. He's too tiny. You can't. He's gonna need like 3 apple boxes to stand on when he's next to everybody.
Either Will Smith. I mean, it's been about
Jesus Christ. I don't think you want to go Will Smith right now. That
okay, then go.
radioactive.
All right, fine. Then Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Dwayne Johnson. Yeah.
With what happened in
MCU,
DC,
WD. Huh?
But after what happened in DC, I don't think he gets another shot. I don't think he gets another shot, man. He flew too close to the sun, and yeah, I don't think it's
I
gonna
don't
work.
know. Or you know what? Bring up he's just been doing.
That's
Oh,
Does that
oh
Polish guy
yes,
do army?
Polly
And then,
Shore.
and it's in collaboration with the army, and it's just psychological warfare. It's marketing in disguise. Yes.
And now he's Sergeant Major Shore.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. Oh Jesus, Nick Cage for Doc Doom. Look, I like Nick Cage just as much as the other guy, but he's God no, not for
No,
Doctor Doom.
no,
No.
the perfect guy to be Doctor Doom is sitting right across from me right now. Let's have CQ as Doctor Doom.
Yes, my loyal peasants, my my Latvians.
Yes.
can no, I can't do Doctor Doom. Ugh, I
Yes,
wish.
you could.
I don't have the imposing nature for a Doctor Doom. You want someone, Mad Mike. I think could be a good Doctor Doom. I
Mad
think
Mike,
Mad
yeah.
Mike could be an excellent Doctor Doom. You got that chiseled jawline, that
But
that
but
piercing
it's all gonna be
stare.
it's all gonna be behind that mask.
Right, right. But you gotta give him some time, in front of the camera or whatever. Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if
the
we're gonna be
first
behind the
15
mask,
minutes of the
I could
first
be.
movie.
So okay, Mad Mike is the face of Dr. Rock, and then I'll bring him to life after that. Once he's in the suit, I'll bring him to life.
Yeah, sure. It's
All right. Enough of
I
that
don't know.
crazy nonsense. Whatever.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about some other stuff.
Yes, there is another big headline of the week that I definitely want to talk about, and I feel like you will have a lot to weigh in on it.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, obviously Spider-Man, the video game on Sony, one of the biggest games of all time, and its
Yep.
follow-up, the Miles Morales extended DLC, we'll call it,
Yeah.
and then Spider-Man 2. I mean, huge in the realm of gaming. I mean, groundbreaking, whatever you want to say. I mean, a huge hit for PlayStation and Sony and Insomniac Games, which is
Yeah.
the company behind it. Well, Insomniac Games was one of the latest companies hit by a major data breach and were held ransom. They were told, if you do not pay us $2 million, we are going to leak everything. And Insomniac, for what they're worth, were like, no, you're not gonna hold us hostage over some data. And well, the time came and went, and everything's been exposed. Everyth's been leaked.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this isn't some like celebrity topless videos or political spy secrets. But in the realm and day where a lot of companies like to make a big deal of their releases, being exposed in this way is basically like being, an actress who's like, I'll never do a topless scene, and then they put it out there for the world to see. You know what I mean? Like they've been exposed. So we already knew, by virtue of how big Spider-Man was, we knew there was going to be a Spider-Man 3 game. That
was
goes
a
without
given.
saying. We also knew, because they announced there would be a Wolverine game, and some things were released in this leak about like who's doing voices and who's going to be cameos from what. And so there was some leaks as far as Wolverine goes. What new information that was not shared prior to this leak involves, because Wolverine's coming out 2026. That's the projected date first of all.
Yeah.
Well, a game's coming out before then, in 2025. Marvel's Venom was leaked. So there will be an actual Venom game, which we can only assume, much like the Miles Morales, it's like a spin-off of the Spider-Man 2 game. The way that Miles Morales was a spin-off of Spider-Man 1. The fact that it's coming out in a year and a half, we can assume it's kind of a spin-off of Spider-Man 2. So that will come out. Then Marvel's Wolverine in 2026. The so far unannounced Marvel Spider-Man 3 will come out in 2028.
Yeah, that's
There-
about right. Yeah.
There have been
5
some
years.
speculations about there's a Spider-Verse. We talked about that privately. There's a Spider-Verse kind of out there.
Yeah.
But we couldn't track anything. Now, here's the big bombshell, is that for 2030, we're talking 7 years from now, or 6.5-ish, Marvel's X-Men by Insomniac Games. So much in the way of Spider-Man and Wolverine and what Venom will be, they're going to be doing an X-Men game, which is interesting in light of like knowing in the movies like where we're at and kind of where we're going and how things are kind of lining up in a certain way. So now, obviously, these release dates could shift, especially in light of the devastating data breach that the studio went. But those games, especially Marvel's X-Men, would conceivably be released within the window of the next generation, meaning like PlayStation 6, right? Because we're talking 6-7 years from now. So we're talking about PlayStation 6 titles. It would also reasonably line up with Marvel Studios' plans to finally bring the X-Men to the big screen sometime after the release of Avengers Secret Wars, which is currently scheduled for 2027. So, not Kang Dynasty. We're talking Secret Wars, which is 2027.
I don't know. I'm shaking my head. Fast track X-Men now. Like, stop what you're doing. Fast track X-Men now.
So, according to other details that were leaked as part of this hack, Insomniac is allocating a majority of its staff to Venom and Wolverine, right? And it won't actually start working in earnest on X-Men until mid-2025. So this is all just kind of like how Marvel Studios has their roadmap, but no work has actually started on this stuff. It's just kind of mapped out. So Insomniac appears to be, so they've based on some of the leaked information, there's a secured semi-exclusive agreement with Marvel to use the X-Men in its games, according to an internal document detailing the X-Men license terms. So that document, which may also be outdated, because, you never know where these things come from, but it states that Marvel cannot, so Marvel, not Sony, not Insomniac, but Marvel itself cannot release or announce any X-Men games on any consoles, PC, or streaming platforms, or use any X-Men characters as a competitive in a game through the end of 2035. So that's big. If this is a legit thing, Marvel can't do shit with the X-Men property. Now, here's the caveat, because you go, well, didn't they announce X-Men 97? Haha. So there's a carve out clause that the X-Men characters can appear in a multi-family Marvel game, meaning Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, that sort, and that Marvel retains rights to children's game and certain X-Men games from the 1990s, referencing X-Men 97. So
if it ever comes out,
which some insiders they spent the day with Marvel, because some people that I follow online, they got sneak peeks of X-Men 97, of Spider-Man, which it used to be freshman year. They're now changing it to like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And they got a peek at Eyes of Wakanda, which is a new animated series that's coming. So they got a sneak peek of 4 of the series, because they also saw What If season 2, the first 2 episodes.
Doesn't that? Wait, What If starts?
Yeah.
Friday, right?
Yeah. 22nd. Yep. I'm counting the days.
And that's the best part.
Consecutively.
Day after day after
day. Yep. They're calling it the Christmas verse. It's going to go through the Christmas year season. So and so they're saying that which side tangent note on those upcoming they're saying the Disney animation, that each cartoon looks very different and looks very good, right? The X-Men 97 looks straight out of the 90s. They said they gave it a little more, it's a little more crisp. It's a little more, it doesn't look as hand-drawn as the old series looked, but they kept the design. They said it looks really, really good. The Spider-Man one looks, they said it's the closest to, if you remember Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, there's the one Spider-Verse they go to that's like comic book. Like it's like straight up, like you see like the little pixel dots. They said it looks very much like that. It's very much like animated comic book. They said that Eyes of Wakanda looks really, really good. And what was the other one?
You
Geez, I
said
just
what if?
no. What if Spider-Man? There's four of
X-Men
them.
97.
X-Men 97. Yeah. Okay. So that's all of them. But they said everything looks really, really, really good. Really, really, really good.
Good.
So I'm excited about that. As I love animation.
Eh,
But I
you
just
know,
find
you
it fascinating with this story that
yeah.
not that Insomniac is making an X-Men game because, like, hey man, good for you, whatever. But how strategic they are that we want no competition. So that Marvel has to
Oh, yeah.
guarantee that they will not do anything in the realm of X-Men. Now, that doesn't count for an Avengers game. That doesn't count for a Guardians of the Galaxy game, which X-Men apparently can appear in. And then obviously nothing that's based on like children's games, so like the Lego games, things like that,
Yeah.
will be fine. But basically, the same way they have a lock on Spider-Man, they want a lock on X-Men and probably Wolverine too,
But they,
which tells me Wolverine will probably cameo and tease X-Men as well. Sorry,
but
guys.
here's the other thing. Like, when was the last time we had an X-Men game? I think it was X-Men
Children of
Dynasty.
the
The
Atom?
That no, that doesn't count.
Is it Capcom versus Marvel? Yeah, that's
but
another one.
but Destiny, the X-Men Destiny or whatever from
Yeah.
probably up 10, maybe 12 years ago.
They did the
So I
like
don't.
didn't they do like it was like X-Men Apocalypse and like what was the
Yeah, that
ones oh man Midnight Suns? I mean that's kind of well that's
that doesn't count.
everybody.
No, that's Marvel. But that's Marvel.
Yeah, that's
They,
Marvel
yeah, they had
everybody.
Wolverine and I think Deadpool was in it. No, I'm talking about legitimate X-Men game, and it's been that long.
Yeah. It looks like
What kind of bizarre is
Mad
this?
Mike
You know,
says, "What kind of bizarre shit is this? Angry Elf is Santa and CQ not dressed up at all." I know. I thought about it once it was too late, and I went, "Oh shit! I should have probably put on something Christmassy."
you're fine.
I had one that said, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animals." I should.
Well, I do have my sweatshirt that I made a few years back for a Halloween costume. It says, "Now I have a machine gun." Ho ho ho!
Yes,
I could have
very
worn. I
nice.
should have worn. I should have
Should have
worn
worn
that.
it. So yeah, uh, the only other stuff that came out of that leak so far, because they said they're gonna just keep dropping stuff. But beyond the 4 games that it's making with Marvel, Insomniac, the roadmap also included 2 other titles that were planned for release before 2032, which one was a new Ratchet and Clank game for those that like Ratchet and Clank, and another one which they said is a wholly original unannounced IP, meaning not based on anything, completely
Pop Culture
original.
Warrior.
Yeah, Pop Culture Warrior, the game. Nobody's gonna buy that shit. That'll bomb. So I mean, so what are your thoughts? What do you think? I mean, you're a fan of the Spider-Man game, obviously. So is like 80%, 90% of the world. What do you think about the announcements?
I mean, I think the Wolverine game. It makes sense to do an X-Men game, especially depending on how they do the narrative. It's not a big surprise about the Venom stuff. That was one of the things about the game was you have one level or one section of the game you play as Venom, and that's it. I
Yeah.
mean, people have been clamoring like, "Hey, give us a DLC and it's all Venom, and you get to run around and do a mission as Venom."
Yeah, I
Or
mean, why even bother building out a section that you can play as Venom if that's all you can play as Venom? I always hate
oh yeah,
games that do that. That have like a really cool
yeah,
mechanic that only ever gets used once. You
hmm
know, it just always boggles my mind. Like imagine the months to develop that thing and
yeah.
then it's barely touched.
Well,
So
it probably was built out, for the Venom game, which is going to be like the Miles Morales game was just essentially everybody calls it an extensive DLC, but
yeah,
there was not too much changed between the first Spider-Man game and Miles Morales' game.
yeah.
They're probably going to do the exact same thing with the Venom game. Um, you know, so um but who knows? We'll see what happens. The one thing I heard was the fact that what was released for Wolverine, um, like there was an alpha build of the game supposedly
Mhm.
dropped, and there's people that are already trying to play it on their PCs
Yeah, probably.
and
Yeah.
trying to get it to work on their PCs, and like um, there was enough dropped from that Wolverine game that like the whole entire storyline and stuff like that. There was
Yeah.
rumors that Insomniac may go back to ground with the Wolverine game and
I don't. I don't. There's
I
a
don't
certain
know.
point of like, for the X-Men game, believable, right? Because
Yeah.
it's so far out that nobody's working on it. So they could completely scrap whatever designs they had. They could they could push it. They could whatever.
Yeah.
I think they're too far in the game to really change a whole lot with Wolverine. Maybe if it was as
Probably.
simple as like, oh, we're gonna reskin him. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna change the look because it's whatever. But as far as like games, gameplay, UI, all that stuff,
Yeah.
the amount of time and effort that goes into development of this thing, there's no way they're too far along to go
Yeah.
back now and it's like GTA 6 when they got their like, you think they're gonna go back? I remember somebody said like, oh, they got all the money in the world, they'll just start from scratch. I'm like, no, they've been designing this thing for like 10 years. You think they're gonna go back and start over?
No, they're not,
No.
no. And they probably been designing. They probably been working on Wolverine since like when they announced it in 21, right?
Yeah.
Was it
I'm
21? So
I'm guessing
they've probably been
after
working
the
on this since 19.
hit that was Spider-Man. Like
Yeah.
within the first week of Spider-Man, the first one coming out and it becoming just instantly loved, I'm
Yeah.
almost guaranteeing that's when the conversations were like, okay, what other properties can we have? Right? Like
Yeah.
before Spider-Man 2 got started, I'm
Oh,
sure they
yeah.
already had greenlit
yeah.
Wolverine.
Oh
you know.
yeah, and I mean, and you know that I mean that's pretty. Wolverine's pretty much the only other major character out there that's got the gravitas to be able to pull off his own game. Um,
I think,
I mean,
I honestly think, like probably the best characters to build a game around are your Batman,
yeah,
your Spider-Man,
yeah,
Punisher if it's like a shooter grappler, Punisher,
yeah,
and then and kind of Daredevil kind of is a mix of like Spider-Man and Punisher. And then Wolverine makes just all the amount of sense just because of the fighting, the recovery, all that stuff.
yeah.
Um,
Deadpool.
and then
Deadpool.
yeah, Deadpool's another one, which they've done games. I think the game that I think everybody would really love is a good Superman game. It hasn't been done. It hasn't been done. And honestly, I think you know what they're building? They're building Invincible. Invincible is coming out as
Yeah.
a game, and I feel like that'll be the closest thing you can get to like a Superman game.
I've always felt like so people have said after the first three Arkham games came out, like oh when Superman's the next evolution. My problem with Superman is um if you confine him to Metropolis,
Mhm.
I mean, okay, he hears a bank robbery on one side of Metropolis, and then a cat stuck in a tree in the other one. By the time I finished his sentence, he's already accomplished both.
So I've always thought about this. I've always thought about
Yeah.
this. See, some people are against Superman, and that's totally fine. I get it. I don't like him. I don't find him enjoyable as a character, like in comics and the TV shows and the movies. Because again, he's just all powerful. It does feel a little bit lazy.
He's
All that.
overpowered.
He's too strong.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do him in a game, this is my thought. Says, hey, give me a chance here, people. If you're gonna do him in a game, the very beginning of the game, one, have him just unlimited power, right? The tutorial, he has unlimited power.
Mhm.
He's Superman, right?
hmm
And as soon as you beat the tutorial, fucking a nuke of equivalent of like a chemical attack of kryptonite, right?
Mhm.
It's a gas that's released over the city,
hmm
and he's trapped in essence in Metropolis, but
So
under the effect
depower him.
he's depowered, right? And there's got to be ways that you can kind of like in the Arkham series, how Batman started out very bare and he worked his way up in powers and things like that.
Yeah, got his gadgets and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and yeah.
or maybe you clear certain sectors of the city and then you have your powers in that sector, but are limited in other sectors. Like there's ways to bring his power set down, or some of the villains he's fighting are magic based or whatever it is. You know,
Yeah.
I think there's ways to do it.
There are ways to do it.
I don't know.
I mean,
Everybody wants to live the fantasy of this Superman. Like you want to be able to fly and punch a dude through a wall, you know, if you know, and really wreak havoc. But again, yeah, I admit it's tough.
Hey,
It's tough
hey,
to pull off.
I'm just excited that this past week, Arkham Knight. Remember when did Arkham Knight come out in 2015?
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
So I log into my PlayStation. I already knew this was coming, but I log into my PlayStation. I get a notification. Arkham Knight has an update.
Yes. Yeah.
Robert
but
Patterson, Batman,
the
is
Batman.
in the game.
Yes. I mean, but like,
and
what
I
an
can play as
exciting
Robert
update.
Patterson.
What an exciting update. It's a new skin. It's not even an update. It's a new skin.
But it was
Call of
but it
Duty
was
comes out with
free.
new skins every week.
But you have to pay for Call of Duty skins. This was free. I mean, shoot, when Batman v Superman came out, I got Batflick,
Yeah.
and that was
Uh,
a free skin. These are free skins. I'm so excited. In
so
fact, I can't wait till Batman 2 comes out.
the Batman
Leisure
2.
Suit Larry. Leisure Suit Larry. Yes.
Yeah,
I want to
open-
play Leisure Suit Larry on the
Open world,
PlayStation
yes.
5.
Open world, X-rated Laser Shoot Larry. So Scott said, I want more villain games. So Scott, keep an eye out for the Justice League kills, Suicide Squad
It's a
kills
squad.
the Justice League.
Yeah.
That'll be your villain game.
It-
I do think that there's a place for anti-hero / villain games. I do
Did
think
you
there's a
ever
place
play-
for it.
Did you ever play Deadpool from a couple years back?
Yeah.
What did you think about that one?
It was okay. It was
I mean,
okay.
the game was okay, but do you think Deadpool could carry his own game in like a Spider-Man or a Arkham series type game?
The thing with Deadpool, all right?
Yeah.
Everybody loves a good Deadpool, right? Because he's silly, he's raunchy, he's all these things.
Yeah.
But it's about the dosage. It's about the dosage. The problem with a Deadpool game is it's Deadpool all the time. And it gets a bit much after a while. It gets exhausting. It's like having even if you're the coolest kid to hang out with, after a while you're still hanging out with a kid. And it's like, I've had enough. I've had enough. So it's one of those games where like, I'm a gamer. I'll sit there and play 6 straight hours. I'll do it. 8 straight hours.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
So if you were playing that game in like 30-minute intervals and spaced out, then I think it's a great game. But when you're sitting there and it's just joke after 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 joke, and you're just like, okay, I got it.
And they're recycled because they only did like 50 jokes.
Yes, pretty much. But it was creative. It was fun. It was silly. You know, I like the fourth wall breaks. And at one point they ran out of a budget and it's like all 2D pixelated,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
and stuff like that.
Yep.
And it's fun. It's fun stuff. But, you know, it's why a Deadpool movie works in a 90-minute chunk, but not a Deadpool, 8-episode series because nobody would. It's just too much.
No, well, no, what?
It's too
What?
much.
They couldn't afford Ryan Reynolds for an 8-episode series. And Steven, to circle back to your comment about if they don't give you a Hugh Jackman skin, it's Insomniac. If anything is evident from the Spider-Man games, you're gonna get your Hugh Jackman skin. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. You
Yeah.
may have to unlock it through the game, but when you get Game Plus, you'll be able to play all the way through as
But-
Hugh Jackman.
Might be a microtransaction you have to unlock for 99
It's not-
cents.
no, there's no microtransactions in the Insomniac games. You just have to collect stuff throughout it, so you can unlock it. But you're doing mission type stuff. There's no cash exchange
Fair enough.
after you pay the
Fair
know,
enough. Fair enough.
$69.99 plus tax.
Now, not to be outdid, right? This is on
Yeah.
Insomniac is doing their thing. Spider-Man's a hit. We know Wolverine's gonna be a hit. That's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
X-Men, I'm sure will be great. Venom, I'm sure will be great. But what about Xbox, right? Xbox is getting left by the wayside over here. Well, I'll have you know that we're gonna have our own Marvel superhero property that PlayStation can't get because recently announced at the Game Awards is the Xbox exclusive. I mean, anticipated exclusive, just because it's being made by Arcane Studios, which is owned by Bethesda, which is owned by Xbox now, is Marvel's Blade. Eric Brooks is the legendary Daywalker, half man, half vampire, torn between warm society of the living and the rushing power of the undead. From Bethesda and Arcane Lion, the studio that brought you Dishonored, Prey, Deathloop. Marvel's Blade is a mature, single-player, third-person game set in the heart of Paris, now in development in collaboration with Marvel Games. And dude, Deathloop.
If I don't,
was one of my
if
highlights.
I don't get a Wesley Snipes skin, I'm out.
Deathloop was one of my highest. Like,
Yeah.
it surprised me so much, and I played that game far longer than pretty much anybody
You
else.
should have.
It was so good, so unexpected, so off the wall. You know, then they also made Dishonored, great series, Prey, great series. I'm eagerly anticipating what they're gonna do with this. Give Blade, the free run.
Blade could be a good one. Especially because you could then introduce all sorts of Marvel monsters.
Yeah, absolutely. The
You
whole
know,
Midnight
and-
Suns lineup can be
Yeah, I
can be
mean,
teased.
You can bring in that could be a gateway to
Ghost
a Ghost Rider
Rider.
game.
Yep, Ghost Rider. You can bring in. I mean, there's so many. Obviously Doc Strange is one, but there's so many mystical characters. Brother Voodoo. What's his name? The son of Satan. I forget his name.
I know.
There's a bunch. There's a bunch. You can have Moon Knight in there, Werewolf by Night, Swamp Thing. I mean, or Man Thing. Man Thing, not
Swamp Thing, Man Thing. Yeah.
They're the same fucking thing. But multiple Ghost Riders. Moon Knight. Like, there's just so many things.
And that's why that Midnight Suns game was so disappointing. It was what was it, a turn-based card game? Did you get that?
No.
Okay, good.
That's not for me.
Yeah. I wanted it so bad, but then I saw what type of game it was. I was like,
Hey, hear me, like, that's not a game for me. I bought Marvel's Legos Avengers, so like I'll play anything. No, that wasn't. I even like, what was the old like the RPG one where you had all the characters? Oh man,
you talking about Marvel Alliance?
Marvel Alliance, yes, where you would level up the characters and all that.
Yeah,
like, I enjoyed those.
Actually,
were awesome.
They brought them back to the PlayStation Store a couple years back. I got the first one and the second one, because the second one had a Civil War storyline from the comics.
Yep.
Kind of basis. But you remember before those games, it was what, X-Men Legacy, and it was the same style, but it was just the X-Men.
Just the X-Men characters. Yep.
Yeah. In fact,
I remember that.
I had the second one on the PlayStation Portable and the console, because I was just playing the absolute crap out of that game. I love those types of games. You create a 4-man team, you run around, and
Power.
especially like
Remember
Marvel
the power team ups where like certain powers would mesh. And bigger.
That's what I was about to say. Like, you create. In fact, there was a Fantastic Four one where you put all 4 Fantastic Four together. You had a power up, and then there was like stuff like if you did. You
power
created
buffs. If you had like the X-Men, you had a power buff, or if you had all the members
or you did the what was that backup Fantastic Four team with Spider-Man, Wolverine, Hulk, and Ghost Rider. You put them all together. You had that something. Yeah.
I remember that was good. That was good shit. Here's one from Heath. A Howard the Duck game that's made like Leisure Suit Larry. Like, that could work. I think that could work. I think you got Howard the Duck, and he's collecting things from different parts of the Marvel universe, and like, you could even have him like this major, everybody's fighting Thanos, and he's off to the side doing his own thing, and like you have him in major parts.
Just like here's the thing: get them voiced by Seth Green, just like that cameo in the
Yeah.
movies,
Yeah,
the Guardians of
absolutely.
the Galaxy movies.
Absolutely. I'm with it. I'm down with it. I would consider it. I would absolutely consider it. Moving on. Moving on. A couple more stories for you.
Moving on.
Moving on up. We're gonna forego the break and then maybe just cut early tonight. But for my techies out there, so I have here on my wrist an Apple Series 9, the newest creation from Apple.
Really?
Yes, yes. This is the first
Oh,
time I upgraded in like
I'm
6
slumming
years.
it. Mine is like a Series 7.
Yes.
I'm slumming.
You poor people. You poor
Yeah.
poor person. Um, so just announced, Apple is halting all sales on the latest Series 9 model as well as the Ultra 2 model. It's following a recent patent infringement lawsuit that was filed by medical technology company Masimo. The lawsuit alleges that Apple's use of the blood oxygen sensor technology is a patented technology by Masimo, which violates their intellectual property rights. So Masimo is a pioneer in pulse oximetry technology, and they claim that Apple's implementation of their patented red, infrared, and near infrared LED in its Apple Watch infringes on their patent for a non-invasive blood oxygen monitoring system. The lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California seeks damages and an injunction to prevent Apple from further infringing on Masimo's patent. Apple has maintained its innocence throughout the legal proceedings, stating that its blood oxygen sensor technology is original and does not rely on Masimo's patented technology. However, the court has ruled in favor of Masimo, ordering Apple to stop selling the Series 9 and the Ultra 2 until the matter is fully resolved. These are no longer for sale. The crazy thing. So like the lowest tier, yeah, go ahead. Yep. The lowest tiered Series 9 went for like $200-$300. Those same are now online for over $1,000. People are price gouging the shit out of Series 9s.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's
It's a supply and demand. It's
Apple
supply and
Series
demand.
9, which is the newest release, as well as the Ultra 2. So that.
So you know what to get me for Christmas.
Oh man, yeah. So if you were lucky enough to get your hands on a Series 9, hang on to it because it'll be worth more than gold here in a minute.
Don't go trading that in when you
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yes, Kaz, if you spent $235 on it, which is a good price when it released, it's probably now, that one is probably worth $1,000, close to $1,000, because the lowest tiered ones are ranging about $1,000 now online. So just saying, if you want to turn a quick buck. So was it you buy low, sell high? If you want to maximize profit, right now is the time to sell your Series 9, and also maybe buy Apple stock, because their stock did a little after this, might be the lowest it gets in a while. So yeah, it's pretty crazy when you think about this, because at what point they have to prove that like, how would you prove conceivably that Apple has infringed on your technology, right? I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't know. How do you prove that? How do you prove again, you think Apple, even if they did do it, would be smart enough to change it enough that it doesn't look like it?
Change the, let me copy your homework, but give it to me, soon, early enough that I can put my name on it.
Back to the Future reference.
Yeah.
Hello, McFly. I gotta put it in my own handwriting. If I turn in my homework with your handwriting, they're gonna know I cheated.
Yeah. I wonder if that's in the game.
So great question from Kaz. Is it still a usable watch, or will Apple have to disable that feature? I don't believe that they are forced to stop selling it but they
Yeah.
aren't forced to find a way to disable it. But if that, like, because especially because it hasn't been proven that they've infringed, right? This is an injunction. This is them saying that
Yeah.
until we resolve it, you can't sell them. So as of right now, it's still usable. They just can't sell it. But should this be proven in court that they've used this technology, I mean, maybe they get ordered to disable the feature. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's possible.
Perhaps.
That would send shockwaves through the technology sector, because the whole idea of technology, right? It builds on each other, right? I see what they're
Yeah.
doing, that gives me idea to do this thing, and I build off that idea to do this thing. If you have people start worrying like, well, shit, my thing's kind of close to the, like, what does that do to technology? And I don't know. I think there's a lot of ramifications. Greg says, couldn't happen to a better company.
Could happen to a better company. Yeah. CQ, I'm pricing out one on the Apple Store right now.
The
A
Series 9?
now. Series 9.
No.
Buy Apple Watch Series 9 right now. I'm pricing it out. Now, I'm going through it, the whole thing, to see if it'll let
take
me,
it all the way to the end and see if they let you buy it, because
that's
they
what I'm doing.
can't.
Well, maybe they haven't updated their, maybe it's one of these things where, I get to the end and, it won't take my credit card.
You guys
It's
are
like,
brutal on Apple. Whew, I like it. The hate is strong against Apple. I dig it, man. I dig it. Good for y'all. Fight the power.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride the Apple to the end. So you're saying if
It'll,
I go on Apple.com and I
add the bag.
watch,
It's allowing me to add it to the. Let me see what happens.
Series 9.
The product was added to my bag. Here
Maybe
it is.
there's- Maybe there's
like,
a cutoff.
look.
I'm
Hold on.
doing it as well. Let's see. I'm gonna do the Ultra 2 because I'm fancy like that.
But what
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Gee.
I was just like curious, and I Googled it, and it gave
Maybe-
me options.
Maybe they're gonna cut out the blood
this-
oxygen sensor part. I mean, I don't know.
Perhaps, or maybe this is
Uh.
one of those things where you're able to buy it. They haven't fully updated, because how recent is this story? Like today?
This was with today or yesterday, I think.
Maybe they haven't updated everything just yet, and it'll be one of those things where you check out and then it just sits there for a couple weeks and won't ship.
It's not letting me buy. No, okay, no. Oh yeah, it's.
I'm not going to go through and hit send on this because I'm not buying.
View bag.
I'm not spending $865 to
For the
get an
9?
Apple.
You can get the Ultra 2 for $846.
Well, I just priced this thing out. I don't know. I was just clicking stuff to get it to
Just
the.
curious. I mean, yeah, it look. Hold on, let's see. Let's do a quick shit. Apple Series 9. Let's see, lawsuit. Banned from sale. Is it Apple stopped selling? Yeah, this is literally yesterday. It says here.
Yeah.
Apple stopped selling latest Apple Watch after losing patent case. Apple will be pulling 2 of its newest smartphone phones from the store shelves this week. Ooh, so if you can get it, you got to get it now.
Yeah. I
Steven,
don't know.
Steven says, I ordered the Ultra today just because of the ban. There you go. Yeah, so apparently they have to stop this week. But as of this moment, it says that this week, after losing a patent dispute over whether it illegally copied another company's technology, Apple said here you go. Oh, here we go. Apple said Monday is yesterday, that it would stop selling the Series 9 and Ultra 2 versions of the popular watch following medical technology company Maximo alleging Apple infringed on its patent. They denied the allegation. The affected Apple Watches will not be available for online purchase beginning Thursday. Oh, there you go.
So tomorrow's your
folks.
last day.
No, well,
If you're gonna do it,
yeah,
do
beginning
it.
Thursday.
Do it now.
Do it now. Do it now.
He got 2. He got 2.
It's not a tumor. No. So yes. So there you go. tomorrow.
Get after it.
Tomorrow. Yes.
Now I know what everybody's getting for Christmas.
Yeah, buy your shits now.
I'm in a
Max-
size
is it-
45.
Is it Maxima? No, I'm looking at the company's called Massimo. Masimo. Massimo. Massimo? I'm going the Italian route. Massimo. Massimo.
It's me,
Not
Massimo.
Maxima. Massimo. Yeah. It looks like Mas emo, but it's Mas. M-A-S, like Spanish. Mas. Quiero más. Massimo. Anyway, so there you go. If you wanna be the cool dad or mom or cousin or brother or whatever, get your loved one a soon to be banned Series 9.
Look, man, we went and got new Apple phones this past summer. My wife got a free Apple Watch. She wears that thing like 2, maybe 3 times a week. And I'm like,
that's like having a car and you only drive it once a week or twice a week, man.
yeah, yeah.
or as Steven says, fuck the kids, treat yourself.
Oh, I do.
You gotta treat yourself.
But well, actually, I treat everybody. You know, yeah.
Yes. What is it? He says, Scott says, and y'all be like, Scott, you need to upgrade from your iPhone 8. And I'm just like, nah, it's a good phone. Yeah, fair enough.
Hey,
Hey, man,
it still works.
Y'all do what y'all gotta do. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
So what's the difference between the 8 and the 9? What the 9 tells you when it's time to make the donuts?
Yeah, something like that. Well, the blood oxygen thing was a big deal for them getting that. That's part of the 9.
Okay.
There's a couple of other smaller things. I don't know. I don't know. I upgraded from like the 10 to the whatever it was, or from the watch. I upgraded from the 5, I think. So it was quite
Yeah.
overdue.
I mean, I upgraded like 2 years ago.
He says, my wife wears an Apple Watch to keep up with how much she doesn't do, apparently. Yeah. What was the major
that's why-
difference? Patrick says an extra $70.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. You guys are on fire tonight. Love it. All right.
Oh, yeah, BAC. Yeah, no, I don't
Yes.
need that anymore.
Yes.
10, 15 years ago, yes.
All right. I'm not repeating that one, Massey. I ain't trying to get death
Oh.
threats. Let's see. What else is in the news lately? There's a couple other stories. So we talked about Blade. Oh, another thing that came out during the Game Awards that I'm actually pretty excited
yeah?
about was Hideo Kojima, who's world famous for Metal Gear Solid and all
Right.
the Metal Gear series, as well as the what would have been an awesome Silent Hill reboot in that PT playable that came out for a while that eventually got canceled. Then the
Yeah.
PlayStation exclusive Death Stranding? Death Stranding, supposed to,
Yeah, Death Stranding, yeah.
Great game from what I've heard. They're finally doing an Xbox exclusive game from
Oh, yeah?
Hideo Kojima, who is in collaboration with one of the great horror directors of our time, Jordan Peele. The two of them, talk about a
Yeah.
mixed bag, are coming together to create the Xbox horror game OD, which obviously stands for Overdose. Few details. They released a little trailer which looked terrifying.
Yeah.
And if it's a sample of the technology that they're using, the face capture of it was fucking terrifying. Yeah, I'm excited to say the least. So,
You excited?
I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm a big fan of Hideo Kojima. Hideo.
Yeah.
Big fan of his work, even if it's just for the PlayStation. I was so excited when Metal Gear finally kind of jumped from PlayStation, was playable on Xbox, and yeah, I think Death Stranding. I've watched a lot of Yes, cause Jordan Peele, as in Key and Peele. If you're not aware, after leaving Key and Peele, Jordan Peele went on to become one of the
Hey,
great horror film directors.
give me a
With
minute, CQ. I'll be back in a moment.
Sure, with Get Out, with was it Get Out? Was the was it Us? No, Us. Yeah, I think it was Us. Get Out, Us, and then Nope, which were all incredible films. Uh, and then he also helped with the revitalization of uh, uh, the Twilight Zone. He helped with that. So yeah. See, Massey, you didn't like Nope. I thought Nope was good, man. I like because I don't know, we'll get into it's a whole. I mean, it's a whole the ideology of movie and things like that. I just think that like it said a lot without saying a lot, right? He was trying to do the big budget kind of sci-fi alien movie, but while still having a message and not making it anyway. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I thought it was way. He thought it was way overrated. I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but that's okay. Actually, if you stand by here when we get our boy back, we're gonna do. I have a rundown of what was considered the best movies and best TV shows of 2023. We'll close out the show with kind of a rundown of the year in movies and TV. So we'll see where certain things land. But he said it was well done, but it didn't do it for that's what it is, right? Not every movie is made for every person. Not every series is made for every person. For some, all I want is an Avengers casting couch. No comment. No comment. Patrick said, wasn't that the one with the horses? Yes, it was. It was the one with the horses. But yeah, so the game. I'm excited for the game. Let's see what else. Recently announced, with the recreation. You guys.
I'm back.
Oh, wait. Do we got you on video there, bud?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, you should.
I don't.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah,
I
there
see you, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
I got you. You're back.
Just as ugly as I was when I left.
Did you have to Did you have to go to Little Elf's room?
No. The daughter comes up and goes, Dad. And I'm thinking, worst case scenario, like mom slipped and fell in the tub. No, she just wanted to say hi.
Oh, that's adorable.
I know.
It's
Breaks my
adorable.
heart.
All right,
I
couple
know.
quick last minute stories, and then I want to do the rundown of the best of 2023. So, at a recent press event, George Clooney was kind of cornered and asked, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, now that you're back in the DC universe, because remember, for those that didn't watch the ill-fated Flash, at the very end, he pops up as Bruce Wayne again." They asked him, "Hey man,"
with a glorious beard,
glorious gray beard. They asked, "Hey man, are you back in the DCU? Are you going to be back in the Batsuit?" And his exact quote from George Clooney: "I don't think there are enough drugs in the world for me to go back again." This is a professional actor in a professional capacity, like in a public forum. In a real interview, this wasn't like said between friends. He said this in a real interview. There aren't enough drugs in the world for me to go back again. He said this at the red carpet premiere of The Boys in the Boat, which is his latest directorial feature. He also said that he only appeared in The Flash because he assumed fans were aching to see a reprisal. This is, again, direct quote. "I thought there was such a clamor for me to come back as Batman. There was definitely a clamor." He said, he goes, "I actually said to them, 'Where are my rubber nipples?' And they were like, 'Can we do it without the rubber nipples?' So I was like, 'Well, then it's not really my Batman, then is it?'" So yeah, obviously he said that in jest. He said that joking, but yeah, that's about the right reaction
Yeah.
You know, but whatever. So speaking of the DC universe, it has been officially announced, and I know this came out a while ago, but we never touched on it. With the new launch of the James Gunn DC universe, it was just announced for Superman Legacy, the first big picture out of the new DCU. Nicholas Hoult, who you might remember played Beast in the X-Men revival, is going to be playing Lex Luthor. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Nicholas Hoult as a Beast, as our Beast, he was Beast as Lex Luthor. You think he can pull it off?
I'm not gonna say no, he can't do it because we've got other actors who were cast as certain villains that pulled it off and nailed it.
Sure.
And we'll see what Nicholas Hoult can do.
Yeah, it was like when I think the first one always comes to mind is Heath Ledger as Joker.
Heath Ledger,
You know,
yeah,
nobody
absolutely.
thought that was going to happen. Yeah, so I could absolutely see. You know,
Here's the problem. In my mind, whenever I think of Lex Luthor, I think of two. I think of Gene Hackman, of course,
sure.
and then what was his name? Michael Rosenberg from the Smallville show.
Oh
Lex
yeah,
Luthor from
Rosenbaum,
Smallville.
Michael Rosenbaum.
Rosenbaum. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are the two Lexes that I think of, and I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, Kevin Spacey did a good
Sure.
Lex Luthor. Unfortunately, that didn't go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
He got one film.
You have, you know, it's one of those things where you have to allow other actors to take a chance at the role, because that's how you get a Heath Ledger Joker. But on the other hand, that's also how you get a Jared Leto Joker. So you know what I mean? At the very tail ends of the different.
I don't know, because here's the thing. You know, you think about it. Oh, no one can be worse Lex Luthor. Oh yeah,
the Michael Cera lookalike. So not even Jesse Eisenberg. It's the Michael Cera lookalike.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I mean, I wasn't going to talk about him, but
You guys are
anyways,
funny.
no, I mean, but I mean, Gene Hackman. And Gene Hackman's the type of guy, he can play the hero, he can play the villain. Some people can do, you know, a yin and a yang. Some people are just a yang, some people are a yin.
Sure. Christian Bale has done the hero and the villain in multiple pictures, you know, and in some pictures he's been both.
He's been both, yeah.
You know, so
Terminator Salvation was one of them.
That was behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. I was thinking more of like The Machinist, where he was kind of the hero, and then you find out he's really kind of the villain at the end. You know, I funny enough, my pinnacle Lex Luthor is actually like animated Superman Lex Luthor. You know,
you're talking about Clancy Brown as the voice.
Yes, but also just stylistically, right? This very large where like if you had them, this is gonna sound terrible, don't clip this. If you had them stripped down side by side, you would want Superman and Lex to look like they could go toe to toe, right? Not knowing one is superpowered and one is human. Like they were both imposing figures. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think there's something to be said. And again, this is I'll probably get crucified by real fans, but I'd rather a Lex that looked more intimidating than the Superman. So I'm thinking like Daredevil Kingpin. Whereas like you gave Superman this unassuming body, right? He has all the strength in the world. He doesn't need to be huge and muscly. He doesn't need to be. He could be scrawny. In fact, those times when he's like affected by kryptonite, he's all scrawny and withered away, he's still super strong once he's recovered or whatever. I say you have someone like, and maybe not a Michael Cera specifically, but you could have someone who's less physically endowed than Henry Cavill, you know.
Brandon Routh.
Yeah, a Brandon Routh, exactly. And then you have someone who's like, you know, Jesus Christ, Vincent D'Onofrio. I know he's playing Kingpin, but I could see him as a very imposing Lex Luthor.
Or or what's his face? He played it in the freaking Ben Affleck
Oh, Michael
Daredevil.
Clark
Michael
Duncan.
Duncan Clark.
Michael
Michael
Clark
Duncan Clark.
Duncan.
I think
Yeah.
he. Yeah, I mean,
Didn't
I
he
think
die?
he was. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, God rest his soul.
it's gonna be hard to play Lex if he's dead. But yeah,
No,
you know, you
I
can do
was
the
saying
gender
in
swap and all
terms of
that.
the
Yeah,
Kingpin. Yeah, no,
or
but
not the gender swap, the race swap.
no, no.
Um,
Well, okay, if you're gonna do gender swap and what you're describing, China needs to play Lex Luthor or
she's also
Lexi
dead.
Luthor.
She's also dead.
Oh,
You're picking a lot of
shit,
dead
is she?
people to play this character. Just
Well,
saying.
you know, we got this thing called AI and
Oh,
freaking
Jesus
CGI and all.
Christ.
They brought
Yeah.
back Princess Leia after she was, Carrie
And
Fisher.
was it Grand
passed
Moff
away.
Tarkin or whatever his name was?
Yeah, they
brought
did
him
that
back.
too.
Okay, my new vote for gender swapped Lex Luthor. Yes, a bald Melissa McCarthy. I'm on board. 100% have my vote. Yes, I want a
Could she play?
bald Melissa McCarthy.
Could she play Lex Luthor, like
Yeah.
as the straight woman?
Yeah.
Could she do it? Without, I'm talking about without the comedy. I'm talking about her being straight. Now, I mean, if you're talking, oh crud!
And Napoleon Dynamite. Dude, there's your pair. Napoleon Dynamite as Superman, and then Melissa McCarthy as Lex Luthor. I'm on board.
Oh,
I'm on board. I'm on board. Sold. I'll buy a theater's worth of tickets. I'll just tell you right now. I buy a theater to myself to watch it. Yeah, I'm on board.
And if some
Sold.
of your Patreon subscribers showed up, you'd let them in.
I guess I'd let him in. I'm totally on board. All right, we are fan casting the shit out of this, and I'm all for it. I am all
right,
fucking
so if
for
we're
it.
if we're gender swapping this whole thing, right?
I mean, I didn't say the whole thing, but okay, go ahead.
All right. Let's just go full tilt. Who's
Mhm.
playing Lane? Who's playing Linus Lane?
So it's got to be. Well, first of all, Napoleon Dynamite's playing Superman, so he's a gay Superman now too. Okay,
I guess.
all
We're
right,
going
we
full
gotta- we
woke.
gotta
We're
go
going full
diversity,
woke.
full woke, full diversity. So we need a person of color, someone who's, I guess would be more physically Dwayne the Rock Johnson is.
I heard Will. I was gonna say I heard Will Smith's available.
Oh, no, I want somebody, but that's the thing, because Superman's gonna be this scrawny little dude. I want our Lane, Mr. Lane, to be somebody who's just Jason Momoa. You know, we go
Perfect.
Yes.
Here's the thing. This is what you got to do.
Yes.
Jason Momoa has to show up in every DC film going forward as a different character.
He's the Stan Lee now of the DC universe. He's just a different guy in every movie.
Yeah, I mean, DC's got to have their version of the Watcher, right?
Kathy
Just
Bates
have
as
him. Yeah.
Lex Luthor.
That's who I was thinking of. Kathy Bates is Lex Luthor.
Kathy
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. I can.
You know,
I can see
especially
it.
after Misery.
I could see it.
Remember?
I could see it. Yeah. I
And
can see it.
Waterboy. She was the
Okay.
villain in Waterboy.
So who's our Jimmy Olsen then? We need we have a typically he's a scrawny redheaded man child. So who's our David Batista needs a part. So you got David Batista.
David Batista can be Perry White.
Perry White. Okay. All right.
Who's gonna play? Who's gonna play
Walter
Jennifer
Goggins?
Olsen?
We need a Walter Goggins in there somewhere. I mean, let me think. All right. Ron Howard. No, Ron Howard's too on the nose. He's too on the nose.
Ron Howard's directing.
Yeah.
Ron Howard's directing.
Will Smith directing.
Henry Winkle.
No.
Henry Winkler.
I got it. Kevin Hart for Jimmy Olsen. Kevin Hart. Yeah, you guys see Ed Sheeran. You're thinking too on the nose. You need. We're going complete opposite. I'm going Kevin Hart as the actual comedic Jimmy Olsen.
Speaking of Superman and whatnot, did you ever watch the cartoon My Friend Superman or my no? Yeah, the Superman cartoon that came out earlier this year? Oh yeah,
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
give it a watch. You got Max, right?
Yeah.
Give it a watch.
Adam Sandler as Jimmy Olsen. Oh, Superman. Oh, oh, Lex Luthor's out. Shabba-dabba-dabba-da. Like, what?
Whoopie-doo!
What-a-do? Stop looking at me, Lex.
While
yeah.
he's in there, he can do a freaking another 12 Crazy Nights version.
Yeah, yep. So, we're being told if we're doing woke, we can't have any masculine men, only strong masculine women. So Ronda Rousey is definitely in line for Superman. Then, if that's the case, we need a Ronda Rousey. You know, yes, Patrick. Musical score by Weird Al. Yes. We're man. I gotta write this shit down. We're fan casting.
But wait, you're recording live, so you just can go back later and review this.
Yes,
It's like having a time machine.
Oh man. Oh, this is great. Oh man. So
James
who
Gunn
else?
is gonna he's gonna shoot the fuck out of you.
DC's gonna have a cease and desist letter. Oh man. Let's see. Megan Rapapone as the Joker. I can see it. I can see it.
She's got the hair.
I can see it. I'm thinking. Let's see. What? How far else can we push this? Who's a mainstay in the in the DC universe, or at least the Superman universe? I think who are the other main players? Because he doesn't have any.
Wait, who's gonna be Ma and Ma Kent?
Oh
or
yeah,
Pa and Pa Kent?
That's, yes, they're both trans, so it's Ma is Pa and Pa is Ma. You know, that's the thing. So that would be, you know, we need to figure that out.
Wait, Ma Pa and Pa Ma.
Pa Ma Pa. There you go. And no, because there's, I mean, you can go so far with it because you know the Supergirl aspect. You can go, like the Brainiac. I'm thinking, what was it? Metallo. That was a classic.
Yeah, Metallo. Yeah,
Mr. Mxyzptlk. You know that could.
I can never say that guy's name. I can
go all types of sideways if you depending on
Parasite.
Parasite. That's another one. Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of good ones. Good ones. Anyway, we have completely gone off the rails.
Yeah, off the rails.
That was fun though.
Yeah. What's next? What are we doing next?
All right. As we wrap things up here, putting our final stamp on the 2023 season, I thought just a fun exercise here, and just to show what a state we are in. I thought I'd ask you, fine folks at home, what do you think were in the rankings of the 100 most asked questions on Google in 2023? The most asked questions on Google in 2023. And
God, why me?
It is a smorgasbord of things that make you go, okay. And this is really great because they tell you the top 10, and then they also break it down in the what, who, why, where, when, how, is, can, does, are, and then they break the top 10 in all those categories. It might surprise you here. So in the top 10, this is just everything. Top 10 everything.
Top 10.
So we'll go in reverse order here.
Number 10.
Top in number 10. And not surprising. How to lose weight fast. Okay. Understandable.
Take a shit.
Sure. I'm sure a lot of people, want to lose weight throughout the year. Okay, cool. I'm gonna. Number 9. Where am I? That is something people have Googled. Where where am I? You know who would know? Google. Let me just Google, where am I?
Google Maps, I hope comes up.
All right. Number 8, and I'm okay with this one. I get it. how to screenshot on Mac. Not a lot of people are Mac users. Sure. Okay. Uh, number 7, and this one is just by my heart. God bless. I love this. How I Met Your Mother. How I Met Your Mother. I don't know. Why is that one of the most Googled things in 2023? Don't know. But How I Met Your Mother.
It's a great show.
It's a great show. It ended like 10 years ago. It's a great show. Not sure why it was top number 7. Number 6. God bless, because if you have to Google this, what time is it? How could you Google that on a machine that doesn't have the time already in your face? Because if you're doing it on your phone, if you're on a watch, on the computer, the time's there. Anyway, number 6, what time is it? Number 5. Again, I'll let this one slide, although it does make me feel a little bit sad. How many ounces in a cup? I'll let it slide. Let it slide. Not a lot of even measurements, whatever.
Guilty.
Number 4. What is my IP address? I guess. I guess. Sure. I guess.
Yeah.
Top three. Here we go. You'll never guess this. Number 3, and I'm going to read it as it is stated. How you like that? How you like that? How you like that?
I don't know what that question's
How you like that? I don't know how to read that. How you like that? The question, how you like that? All right, number 2. And this one is fascinating. It's fascinating because they've said that like, number 2 is kind of it has an asterisk because it's kind of like it was heavily concentrated in like 1 or 2 months, but it was still so searched that it's the number 2 of the year. Where's my refund? Where's my refund? They said that was mostly through January of March of 2023.
Yeah.
But it was Googled
makes
over
sense.
7.5 million times in a small span. So where's my refund? Number 2.
That's
and
gonna
the
be popular here in a couple
number
months.
one thing.
And the number one,
what to watch? What to watch?
Your
That's
Apple
it.
Series 9 watch you just got.
What to watch? Obviously, what do people want to watch? That's good. So I'll give you the top 3 in each category. So for what to watch, what is my IP, and what time is it? Ugh. God, that's stupid. For who am I? Who are you? And at fucking number 3, who is?
Who is what?
That's it. Just who is. These are the most Googled things. Why? Why don't we? Number 1. Why women kill? Number 2, which I think I've Googled at some point.
No.
Number 3. Why you always in a mood? That is literally why you always in a mood. All right. Top 3 for where?
Siri?
Where's my refund? Number 2.
Yeah.
Where am I? And number 3. Where have you been?
Where have you been?
Where have you been? All
Where
right.
have you been?
Top 3 for when. Number 1, when is the next full moon? I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's legit.
Number 2, when calls the heart? All right. Number 3, when they see us? Question mark. I don't know. How? Number 1 is how you like that. Number 2, which makes sense in context, how to, just in the general of like how to whatever. And then number 3 is how many ounces in a cup. Number 1 for is Europe a country? That's the number 1 most Googled is question. Is Europe a country? Number 2, is today a holiday? And
That's
number
fair.
3, is Mercury in retrograde? Those are the top 3 most is questions.
Wait, Is Mercury in retrograde? Was the
Is-
number 3 is?
Is Mercury in retrograde? That is the number. That's again, trigger warning. For Can, number one most. God bless him. Can you feel the love tonight? Is
Oh,
number
they were
one.
just Googling it to get the song. Yeah.
Can you feel the love tonight? Number 2, Can I Run It? Can I Run It? Number 3, Can Dogs Eat Bananas? This is the number 3 most searched can question. Can dogs eat bananas? Which, funny enough, I'll just give you number 4. Can dogs eat strawberries? Number 5, can dogs eat apples? Number 6, can dogs eat watermelon? Number 7, can dogs eat grapes? Number 8, can dogs eat tomatoes? And then number 9, can we go to heaven with tattoos? And number 10, can men get pregnant?
Wait a minute.
Yeah. We got one more
Okay.
category here. One more, well, actually, no, two. Does and are.
Wait a minute. 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 Back to the Future 2
Yeah.
said that by 2015 we'd have flying cars.
Yeah.
That was 8 years ago,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we're asking these questions.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. For the category of does, number 1, does FedEx deliver on Sunday? Number 2, does green tea have caffeine? Number 3, does UPS deliver on Sunday? That's the does.
Depends on how much you pay them.
And then for the last category, are. Number 1 question asked by most children in the world today, are we there yet? Is the number 1 question most Googled. Are banks open today? Number 2. And number 3, are you afraid of the dark?
That was a great show.
Great show. Classic. I'm going to keep going with R just because it does make me feel sad and I want to share it with you. Number 4, are unicorns real?
Yes.
Number 5, are you being served? Number 6, are jellyfish immortal? Number 7, are dragons real? Number 8, are Apple Watches waterproof? Number 9, are sinus infections contagious? And number 10, are AirPods waterproof? Yeah, that's your, yeah, yep.
I weep for society.
I weep for society. So there you have it. I'm just curious if you guys think of one that we left out. Patrick said, "Am I pregnant?" has got to be one of them. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean, if anybody knows, Google knows.
Scott said, "This is all a list of stuff I'm gonna Google after the show." Yes. Let's see. So let's close out here with what is considered some of the best new movies and best TV shows of 2023. Now, when it comes to TV shows, they're not necessarily new, but had new episodes in 2023 because they consider like a season 2, season 3. That's considered new if it was aired in 2023. So in the realm of movies, now, asterisk, this is coming from Rotten Tomatoes, and it is using the aggregate score on Rotten Tomatoes as the baseline. So yes, it is subjective.
Rotten Tomatoes is rotten.
But here's the thing. Any list you go to was made up by someone. Unless you're going by like ticket sales and things like that. So I figured the fairest way to do it in that it wasn't one person's opinion was to go by Rotten Tomatoes. So, number 1, best movie of 2023 was the first Slam Dunk with 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Which is the first Slam Dunk is directed by Takehiko Inoue. It is a I don't know if it's Korean or it's something. Anyway, moving on. Number 2 was Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. 99% rating.
Yeah.
Number 3, I will attest, is a phenomenal movie. Blackberry, the true story of BlackBerry, and what happened with the generation-defining gadget, the Crackberry, as they used to call it. Great film.
Yeah.
Great film. Number 4, which I'm really actually happy with how well it's been received, Godzilla -1.
I was gonna say, where's Godzilla? Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
So well done. And they did that thing on a shoestring budget. Like, I saw that and I went, what the fuck, Marvel? Like, I think it was like 10 guys worked on Godzilla -1 with a shoestring budget. And it looks not perfect, but for what they had, it looks phenomenal. Anyway,
Yeah.
number 5 was Rye Lane, which was a Hulu movie. Number 6, Fallen Leaves. Number 7, All of Us Strangers. Number 8 is Joyland. A lot of indie stuff, a lot of small picture
Yeah.
stuff. Number 9, The Beast. Number 10, Full Time. Trying to go to something that was more mainstream. Looking to, oh my God, you kind of go way down it. Past Lives was a pretty big hit. That's number 21.
Mhm.
The Holdovers was a pretty big hit. 22. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, number 23. They have that ahead of like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And I mean, I thought it was good. I don't know if it was that good, but again,
No,
subjective.
I think Spider-Man was better.
Yeah, personally. I'm trying to think what else. Yep, Spider-Man. They have it number 34 with a 95 again. So you're splitting hairs in these rankings, but at a 95% fresh. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse at number 34. I was trying to think of this. John Wick at number 41 with a 94%. So again, you're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think if there's any other, like Oppenheimer, number 54. Which again, when you go, wow, it's the 54 best movie of the year. 93%. Like that's still top tier.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, great things. Air, Megan as a horror movie to be up there is incredible with 93%. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, we had a lot of good stuff this year. I'm trying to think what else. Dungeons and Dragons, 91%. I thought one of the sleeper hits of the year, I think, was Dungeons and Dragons. I think it was way better than anyone gave it any credit to be. It was a great movie. If you didn't see it, Dungeons and Dragons, highly recommend it streaming. Joyride was a big one. A lot of small movies that a lot of people ain't gonna have heard of. But yeah, I think Barbie, 88%, number 94. Creed 3, number 95 at 88%.
Oh, you better get your Creed 3 copies now.
before they're all melted. The blackening.
Pull through.
That was a funny one.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's in the top 100 or so movies of the year. Moving on to best new TV and streaming shows. Again, it counts if it's, as long as there's new episodes, it counts. Squirrel said, "Where's Cocaine Bear?" Yeah, you're fair point.
It was 101.
101. So the number one highest rated show of the year, Invincible season 2 at 100%, which I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I think Invincible is one of my favorite series going right now. Also, and again, the 100% club goes all the way to number. I'm still scrolling. Number 18.
Wow.
So number 1 through 18 are all shows rated at 100%. So that is
Okay.
Incredibles, Invincible season 2, Reservation Dogs, great show.
Yeah.
Happy Valley, haven't seen it. Small Light, haven't seen it. Colin from Accounts, haven't seen it. Foundation, did see that, pretty good. Drops of God, haven't seen it. Reacher season 2, very good.
Caveat.
Yeah.
Alan, what's his name? Alan Richmond? Alan
Alan
The-
Richardson. Alan
Richardson.
Richardson.
Two things.
Richardson.
Two things
Yeah.
about him. One,
Mhm.
do you know he's in the running to be Batman?
I don't see it. I'll just say
Okay.
it. Go ahead.
And number two, my wife knows him personally. They're friends.
There's this show that a buddy of yours does where he talks to people in show business. I don't know. Maybe bring it up. Just saying. If they're fucking BFs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll sidebar that one. We're gonna have a talk. We'll sidebar that shit. Primo season 1, the other two, which is actually a really funny show. If you ever watched The Other Two, that's a great show. For All Mankind, another incredible show.
Oh, that's a great show.
Great show.
If you're not
Deadlock.
watching For All Mankind, you got to do it.
One that I don't think was on anybody's radar that I highly recommend you guys go out and find. I think it's on Netflix. Blue Eye Samurai. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to say one word. All I'm going to say is it deserves the 100%. That's all I'm going to say.
Blue Eye Samurai.
Blue Eye Samurai. It's animated, yes, but trust me when I say it's really good. Really, really good. Highly recommend. Also in the 100% Club, Somebody Somewhere, season 2. Gremlins, the animated show on Max. Didn't even know that was a thing.
I forgot about that.
Didn't even know that was a thing. The Secrets of the Mogwai, number 16. Killing It, season 2, 100%. And one show that I got introduced to at New York Comic Con, Scavenger's Reign. Really good. Really, really good. A little weird. It's a little trippy, but a good show. Now we get down to the 99%ers, really the sucky shows, the 99%ers. The Bear, season 2, great show. Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. I mean, great show, barring, a percent. Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. That seems like something you'd be into. Is that?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Star Trek, Strange New. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Beef, season 1. I loved it. Really, really enjoyed it. But just seeing the two of them just go at it, fucking loved it. Steven Yeun's really killing it, man. From Walking Dead to Beef to Invincible to now being in Thunderbolts is a century. He's killing. He's having himself a year. Hopefully, he doesn't fuck it up like Jonathan Majors. Imagine sweet Steven Yeun, catches on TMZ and smacking a prostitute or something, just ruining his career.
He would be caught doing freaking blow off a stripper's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I think I don't think that would affect his career that much. I feel like people would be like, fuck yeah, man. Rock on.
About time. Welcome to the club.
98% Poker Face, season 1.
Oh, that was good. Very good.
I enjoyed it. 98% Star Trek, season 3. Picard, season 3 is a 98%. A show that I really loved, Gen V. Season 1.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that show. That's number 24. Succession, season 4. The Last of Us at a 96%. How dare they? The Last of Us, season 1. Great show. I don't give a shit. Damn near perfect, I would say. Damn near. Only Murderers in the Building. I've enjoyed that. That's one me and my watch sit and watch. We love that. That's just fun, silly fun. Barry, season 4. I'm a big Barry fan. Love me some Barry. You ever watch Barry, the show? Oh, you would like it. You would like it. It's on Max.
Barry.
You would like it.
With an E?
No, Barry. Barry.
Okay.
Like Bill Barry, like the boy's name. Bill Hader, Stephen Root. He's a hitman. He's an ex-military guy, became a hitman, a little crazy, and during one of his assassinations, ends up in a acting class because he's targets like in an acting class. So he ends up in the acting class, like tailing the target, and then falls in love with the whole acting premise. So he becomes like a struggling actor, but while also being a hitman and having ties to the mob and it's off the wall. It's ridiculous. It
sounds like something that's right up your.
Henry Winkler's in it. Henry Winkler's. He's the acting coach, the acting teacher. It's so good. It's so good.
I want to take acting lessons from Henry Winkler.
Yeah, he's so over the top. He's so fucking over the top. It's highly recommend Barry. Really good show. Really good show. And then you got Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, season 1, Fargo, season 5, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. These are all great shows. I think this is a really good list. Harley Quinn, the animated series, is up there. So that's pretty good. After Party, Party Down, What We Do in the Shadows. A lot of good shows. I can agree with a lot of Yellow Jackets. A lot of this is platonic. Lucky Hank. I didn't really like Lucky Hank. I didn't really.
No,
And I'm
I
a big
didn't watch
Bob
that.
Odenkirk fan, but I wasn't
Yeah.
a big fan of. Yeah, we got a lot of people saying, "See, Bill Hader is super talented. Barry's fucking awesome. Yeah, great shows. Sad to see it go. It finished after 4 seasons. Sad to see it go, but great show. Shrinking season 1. I enjoyed that one. That was a interesting show. Welcome to Wrexham. I mean, I'm not a soccer fan at all, but they got me. That show is put together so well that I'm like,
That's the one with Ryan Reynolds.
yeah, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney buy a soccer team in Wales, and then they got me hooked. I'm into it. Silo, another great show that premiered this year, season 1. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. I gotta say, it was a good year for TV. Good Omens. They got Star Wars. Ahsoka is up there, number 77. Futurama.
Mm.
Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. One Piece.
Oh, yeah,
Mandalorian.
I gotta watch Monarch. I want to watch Monarch.
Yeah. Yep. Ted Lasso. Loki season 2.
Loki
Jury
was good,
Duty.
yeah.
That was a fun one. So they got a lot of good stuff. I think we had a really good TV series year. A lot of good talent out there. But so that's that. Alrighty.
Predictions.
Predictions. What you got?
Predictions for next year. What film do you think that we know is coming out right now is going to be?
I mean, that's the hard part with the strike that happened. Everything's kind of
Yeah.
up in the air.
Yeah.
Everything's sliding left and right. Like the big deal. Deadpool 3 is got to be, for me, it's going to be a linchpin for Marvel. Marvel has to use
Oh,
that
absolutely.
to springboard back, gain some of the
Yeah,
loss.
they've got to do something.
They got to use it to cover some
Deadpool's
ground.
got to be. It's got to be. They
Have you heard some of the internal struggle that's going on in there? There's some
No.
so the latest, again, and this is gossip, right? Because
Yeah.
we don't know what's real and what's not, but the
Yeah.
gossip is that Ryan Reynolds is having a lot of strife with Bob Iger and the heads of Marvel about
That doesn't
how
surprise me.
Deadpool 3 is not surprising, right? But what the funny thing is, they're saying Act 1, Act 2 locked in, everybody's happy with. It's Act
Right.
3 that they're having a lot of strife over, and that Bob Iger, again, this is the reportedly, we don't know if this is true, but that Bob Iger and the Disney heads want to remove some of the extraneous cameos that Ryan Reynolds wanted in there, and they instead want to, and this sounds very much like Disney, put in teasers for upcoming properties. So they want to shoehorn in stuff for Captain America 4, for Secret Wars, for like all the stuff that's coming up later. They want to they want to remove the stuff that Ryan Reynolds wanted, which was nods to the Sony universe, nods to the Fox universe, nods to all this other stuff, bringing in all these other cameos. They want to remove it, apparently. They want to remove that stuff and put in stuff that's teasing for future stuff. And that's what Ryan Reynolds is like, dude, this is not the vision for Act 3. This is not what we agreed on. Blah, 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 blah. So apparently there's some beef, and the rumor is that Ryan Reynolds was like, look, if you do this, we're done. And he's like obviously he has to do this movie. He can't not
Right.
do this movie. But he's like, I won't do press. I won't do any interviews. I won't do any promotion. And because they're supposed to have part of his coming over and doing all this is that he had like a deal to, I don't know, it was produce or whatever, certain other properties for Marvel and for Disney. And he's like, I won't do any of that. Like he goes, I will cut ties across the board. Like he'll finish up his commitment to get the movie done, and he's like, then I'll walk and I'll be done. So he's putting, and a lot of the people on his team that are, his production team is really the core behind it. They're on his side. They're like, we'll if he walks, we walk. So,
Here's the thing.
Mhm.
I would if I was the middleman, the negotiator in this, I'd be like, all right, let's think about this. Kevin Feige and the Disney crew, How many successes recently have you had? Okay, that's right. You have a goose egg. You have a goose egg.
Yeah.
Look at Ryan
Outside of
Reynolds.
maybe like Loki. Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, the average. You're averaging a goose egg.
Yeah.
But look at Ryan Reynolds. In the last, I don't know, the last 2 decades. I mean, when was the last time Ryan Reynolds had a flop?
It's a fair point. Which he just announced
and-
another movie too. The If his next
If.
family movie.
Imaginary Friends. Yes,
Imaginary
I saw
Friends,
a preview for that recently. I forget
Yeah.
where it was.
Looks good.
And
Looks
then-
very friendly, kid
But
friendly.
here, yeah, I mean but that's the thing. That's his range. He can do freaking the Deadpool stuff and then swing back and do the PG, PG-13 type stuff that the
Yep.
kids. But here's the thing. I'm willing to bet you. I'm
Hey,
willing
real
to
quick,
bet you.
sorry.
Dis-
Pause that
Disney
thought.
says,
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Right after you finish that thought, we're gonna do a giveaway to end the show.
Okay, yes.
So
Yeah.
real quick, put in. Give us a what's the buzzword? Give us a buzzword so that the people can put it in the chats and I can start adding names to the list. What's our buzzword? What's our 2024? I don't know. Whatever.
buzzword is good luck.
Good luck. So there you go. We're going to do one final giveaway for this year to close out the show. If you want to be entered to the giveaway, go ahead and put good luck in the chat. And I'll start capturing names now while he finishes his thought. Go ahead.
I think Disney's going to do what Disney does. Bob Iger is going to do what Bob Iger does. And it's going to be fine. We don't need you. We can do the press without you. That's fine. And they're going to shoehorn in all their, basically turn the third act into coming soon, reel. And Ryan Reynolds is going to be like, all right, fine. I'm just going to go off and promote my Aviator Gin and my Knit Mobile, and I'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're just going to add to the list of enemies that Disney has. It's going to go Elon Musk, Ryan Reynolds, and Florida, South Carolina.
Yeah. Well,
So who knows?
eh.
And then right after South Carolina is Pop Culture Warrior because they'll never come on this show.
Fair enough. I mean, it is what it is. Disney RR will be okay. Ryan Reynolds will be okay, but Disney might not. Yeah, like that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm torn, and I'll be honest. I'm torn because I do think Disney made a hard stance.
Uh-huh.
And they're trying not to renege on that hard stance, right? The hard stance. Everybody wants to say woke culture. Okay, you want to call it that? Fine. I think they wanted to put an emphasis on diversity, which
Yes.
there's nothing wrong with that. Whether they leaned too far into it or I don't know. That's who's to say. I think they did try really hard to lean towards diversity. And they're not going to backtrack that now. But believe it or not, I don't think that's what's hurting Disney and Marvel and all that. I don't think that's what it is. Seems like that. It's obvious.
Right.
I think it boils down to they're doing too much too fast. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is the shit we gave DC for when they were just trying to fast forward to all the success without putting the groundwork. I think Disney got ahead of itself by just doing too much. Everyone is exhausted. These poor CGI folks are overworked, underpaid. The writers are overworked, underpaid. Even Bob Iger and them even said that a lot of these losses are because the executives are too stretched thin. They can't be everywhere overseeing everyone, right? Which, you shouldn't have to be overseeing it to make a good movie, right? If you get the right people involved. But if you're saying we're too stretched thin that we can't see what's going on, that's your fucking problem. You're doing too much.
Right.
If you can't oversee it as the fucking head of the company, you're doing too much. So, and and I had actually a story about, I was going to talk about this, but I decided not to. But long story short, as part of Disney had like a private investors meeting, and one of the things they talked about was specifically taking a step back and focusing more on quality instead
Yeah.
of the quantity of the product.
That
Um,
that's why I think that this whole um, actors and writers strike, and now this whole Jonathan Majors situation is perfect for Disney. Do Deadpool, and everything else put a full stop to, and come up with a new plan. Like,
yeah,
okay, great. I guess Captain America 4 is in production. They're doing reshoots or whatever.
yeah.
Who knows why they're doing it? Some
Which
rumors
is
are saying they're
never a
reworking the
good
entire
sign, but
movie.
yeah, yeah,
And then I don't know how far along they are with Thunderbolts and some of these other projects, but I would
yeah,
just put a full stop to everything. If it's not in front of a camera, stop it. Go back to ground and rework how you're going to move forward. In fact, I would almost turn around and say Deadpool, Captain America, whatever else is in production, once those are shot and put in the can and ready to show to
yeah.
fans, call that, yep, that this is the end of what are we in phase 5? End of
Something
phase
like that,
5,
yeah. And then take a
and
pause.
then take a
Here's a
pause and go to
statement
see phase
from
6. Yeah.
this is a statement from Bob Iger. There have been some disappointments. We would have liked some of our more recent releases to perform better. Um, he said, you know, obviously halfway through our 100-year anniversary, it was nothing but underperformers like Ant-Man, uh, Indiana Jones 5, the Marvels. He says it's reflective not as a problem from a personal perspective, but I think in our zeal to basically grow our content significantly to serve mostly our streaming offerings. We ended up taxing our people way beyond in terms of their time and their focus, way beyond where they had been. Marvel's increased output of Disney Plus series is a great example of that. They have they had not been in the TV business at any significant level. Not only did they increase their movie output, but they ended up making a number of television series, and frankly, it diluted the focus and attention. Uh, he said that is, I think, more of a cause than anything. Um, you know,
Well, here's another sign that they're panicking. Over on the Lucasfilm side, uh, they keep going back and forth. I keep hearing about Mandalorian season 4. Are they going to do season 4? Are they going to do, the typical, 10 episode or 8 episode run? Or are they going to repackage it into a Mandalorian film, which I think is a completely wrong approach? I don't know how much they filmed up to this point, but what you're talking about taking what do they do? An 8 season, 10 season, or excuse me, 10 episode season? You're going to cut that down into a 2.5 hour movie? I mean, it would look great, but I don't know.
yeah,
I mean, the other sign that Disney is having problems is, have you walked into a Best Buy or a Walmart or a Target recently?
sure.
I mean, what are you seeing? Go in the electronic section over by the DVDs and Blu-rays. What are you seeing?
Nobody,
I just
nobody,
picked up.
nobody's
I just
buying
picked,
DVDs and shit like that anymore. Not,
dude. I buy physical media. That's, well, yes, you're absolutely correct. I buy physical media. I just bought Mandalorian season 1 and 2, and I just gave my daughter for Christmas Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem or whatever it's called.
yeah.
I still buy physical media. I love physical media.
So just as a I think a cause and effect, or just as a relation, in 2021 they released 9 projects, and that's across
Hmm.
theatrical and streaming. In 2022 they released 8 products. Now, obviously this year they they did what, Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Marvels, and then I think there was like Loki and a couple things. So they had like 5, 4 for the
What
month.
if it's still
Yeah,
2023? So what if?
yeah. So anyway, point is next year, and they can say they're slowing down. I do think it's a lot to do with the strike. But next year, Marvel Studios is spreading out its content. They've restructured things. You're gonna get Deadpool.
Yeah,
You're gonna get Captain
Echo.
America. Actually, no. Captain America and
America's
Thunderbolts
pushed-
have all been pushed to,
pushed to 25.
2025. So you're only getting Deadpool as a movie. That's the only movie you're getting.
It's
Then
the
you're
only
getting
movie. Yes,
Echo, WandaVision spinoff, Agatha Darkhold, and then the X-Men
Yeah.
series. So you're getting 3 Disney Plus series, and 1 movie next year. So, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing.
Well,
I think
the
slow
only
it
thing
down.
I've heard is Echo is, and this is what they're
Looks
calling is a
really
bad
good.
sign. But the last I heard, they're dropping it on one day, all Netflix style, not spread out over the course of however many episodes, how many
I hadn't
weeks.
heard that. I'll
Yeah.
look into that.
They-
But I know it's
I
coming
mean-
January 10, so it'll be here
Yeah.
sooner than later.
I mean, last I heard was they were not confident in Echo, and they were going to drop all whatever 6 or 8 episodes they have.
That's
in one
interesting because
sitting.
I'm hearing the opposite. I'm hearing people say that this is like the grittiest, darkest, bloodiest, best thing
Right.
that they've put out since like Daredevil on Netflix, the season 1 on Netflix.
And it might be true. It might be true. I don't know. I know at one point in
see.
time they were talking about dropping all episodes the same day.
Yeah.
I mean that, and the other thing is no, never mind. Daredevil is, that's right. They were reworking Daredevil.
Yeah, they completely went back to the drawing board for that one.
Yeah.
Let me get. All right, guys.
We got
We
enough
waited long
people
enough.
in for a giveaway.
Yeah, we got enough. We have
Oh.
our contestants. I want to make sure I captured everybody. Yes, just got Patrick, Heath, Scrolls, Kaz. Yep, I got everybody. All right. It's gonna be a small
wait,
giveaway, but I don't care. What's up?
Hey, what are you giving away? You giving away you giving away those do you still have any of those German comics left? There we go.
This might
Give-
be in a goodie box going to whoever wins this next prize. So
Yes.
get a German Spider-Man comic book and some other fabulous prizes that I'll put, maybe some stuff from New York Comic Con.
Yes.
And some other goodies I'll figure out.
Yes.
But yeah, so here we go. Let's see, where is my button?
Yeah,
There it is.
put the wheel.
There's the wheel. So let me shuffle up these names. So we got Scott, Kaz, Patrick, Heath, Charles, Squirrels, Greg. Rolling the dice. Go
I
ahead,
think
give
that's
me
good. That's shuffled. That's shuffled it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
Let's see.
spin. Spin, and the winner is
Charles.
Charles. Congratulations, Charles.
Good-
You are
Good
the
job, Charles.
You are the final winner of the
Oh, that-
2023 season. Round of applause.
Yes.
Thank you, Charles,
Good job,
for being
Charles.
such an awesome fan. Big shout out to Charles. That's that board back there. I don't know if you can see it right
Oh,
there. He
yes.
made that. Charles made that lovely piece of artwork with the Pop Culture Warrior logo on it. Man, he's a badass. Charles, hit me up in the DMs, man. I'm gonna get you out a fabulous prize box as a thank you.
Fabulous prize package.
Fabulous prizes. Guys, we did it. We have reached the end of 2023. It is my absolute honor to officially log off the station. This will be the last show on WTF Nation Radio of 2023. And we very well might be the first show of 2024 because I haven't decided yet. I might do a January 2nd show. It depends how hungover I am from New Year's, to be honest. Kaz, you are adorable. He says, super show. And
Thank you.
as always, Scott says, rigged.
My hat's off to you
Hey, look, Charles said thank
with
you.
my crazy hair.
The last
Crazy haircut.
official show. That's right, Kaz. The last
Last-
official show. There might be some
Last-
other shenanigans happening on the station between now and the new year. But the last official show of the 2023 season. And like I said, still trying to decide if I'm going to start.
Are you going to go live on Christmas Day with your what gifts you get?
I might do something. We'll see. It might be a post. I might not go live, but it might be a post or two, or share your awesome. If you get some really cool pop culture stuff for the holidays, please post it to the page, share it with us. We'd love to see it. And as always, this has been, I really got to take a moment to just thank all of you guys for watching.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
all
gosh.
are so awesome, and really the only reason we do this. I can't begin to show my gratefulness in how awesome our fans are, and the people that watch the station, the people that are part of the station. Big shout out to our man Angry Elf for joining us
Yes.
tonight
Thank
and
you,
so
thank you,
many
thank you.
nights. My other co-host Mad Mike out there.
Mad Mike.
Huge shout out to the people behind the scenes, Mom, Spanky, Warhol does our graphics, Nemo who does our social media stuff. Huge thank you to everybody that's involved. The station is an incredible family. So lucky to be part of it. We've come so far I can't believe it's been 4 years we've been doing this. It's going by fast. We're starting
Wait.
year 5 come February. Yeah.
February.
Yeah.
Holy
This is
mackerel.
the start of year 5. We launched February of 2020. So 4 full years.
And this is episode 156.
This is episode 156. Yeah.
Could we get to episode 200 by February?
Mathematically, if I did a show every day, possibly. If I did a show every day between now and then, possibly. Mathematically, I think.
If you did 15 minutes, that constitutes as a show.
Yeah. Hey, put it this way: we'll hit show 200 by the end of 2024. That's exciting, right?
There we go. That
you
would
know,
be.
we'll
That's
start-
got to be that's got to be a
big one.
freaking.
If I
yeah,
did my
it's
math right, I think like holiday season next year will be right around episode 200. So
You know what you need to do to
could be.
keep the magic going?
what that?
When you decide to take your vacation, you need to do. There's another show that I watch, but they do what is called a bootleg, and it's where the co-hosts and maybe some other people that they bring in, but the co-host takes the reins while the actual host is off on vacation or was too sick or whatever. But they do it, so it would be Pop Culture Warrior bootleg, and it's maybe Radar comes back and or host the show, or Mad Mike, or even God forbid myself, I run the show for a night or two. And so get Scott says get Angry Elf and Mad Mike
yeah.
on the third ep. We'll see.
Yeah.
January
Yeah.
2nd.
Maybe
might be doable.
maybe CQ takes an extended vacation and lets the peons
Mad Mike
run the
and
show.
Angry Elf run the show.
Yeah.
Get Radar in.
Yeah, man. I'll let you guys take the wheel and see what you can put together in my absence. I don't mind. I don't mind. I can share my toys. I don't mind.
I could drive over to your house and just take over your desk.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you talking about? I'll be in the background playing with your toys.
I mean, I got some ideas. No, I like this. Okay, if you got ideas for the show, by all means, send them. Yeah, drop them in the DMs, man. Put them in there. A suggestion box is always open here at Pop Culture. And if anything that requires me not doing work, please, by all means, send those suggestions.
Yes.
Guys says Mad Elf, Mad Elf, and Angry Mike might get us canceled. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be for a lack of trying.
Yeah. Way to ruin a good thing. All of a sudden, my page gets just completely banned.
We wouldn't get you banned. What are you talking about? Black and I would end up arguing over freaking something silly like MCU shows and
yeah,
or whatever.
Something.
I don't know.
No, but seriously, dude, you guys are all awesome. I'm so excited for 2024. Like, there's so many ways we're gonna grow and evolve. I might be off air for the next couple weeks, but I'm in the lab. I already got a list of things I'm working on for next year, and already having conversations with some people, and we're always working, man. We might not be on air, but we're always working.
And this year, once you know the dates for New York Comic Con, let me know so I can put PTO in, so I'm not sent to Germany during Comic Con.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
I've got a line in for San Diego Comic Con press passes. So we're going
Send me those dates too.
we're going to the Holy Land, brother. We're going to the Holy Land. Oh man. We're calling for we need the CQ Mad Mike Angry Elf first episode of every year. The full staff special, basically. Oh man. Anyway, we'll
All right,
see. I don't know.
the fans are asking for it. They want
The
all
fans are
three of
asking
us
for it.
on.
Mm.
We might have to do it.
What if we did like what if I brought in everybody that's ever been a co-host of this show? So like going back, Radar, Massey, you, Mad Mike. I think even King was a host once or twice, a co-host. So just bring back all the co-hosts and we do just like a battle royale. Just Brady Bunch style.
You're gonna have to like break it down, so that'd be like what, 6 people. So everybody would have to get, it'd just be like this much.
Yeah.
Hi.
We'll go, hey man, Brady Bunch style. I'm center box, and then scatter you guys around the edges. And
here's a story about a lovely show.
Lovely pop culture show. But yeah. All right, guys, listen.
All right.
This has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for an awesome 2023. Thank all my co-hosts. Thank the show guys. And first and foremost, thank all of you for watching. You guys are what makes this just absolutely
this is awesome.
The best show here. Thank you so much. Angry Elf, look on this side. Angry Elf.
Yeah, I'm over here.
Yeah, I'll give you a few seconds to say your piece to close out the year in the show.
Seriously, this is always a fun time coming on here, talking, interacting with the folks in the chat, and even when I'm on the other side with the peasants talking on the chats. I love it. Every Tuesday night's an awesome time. My family knows I'm all over here. So CQ, you got to put the hat on since I took mine off. Yes. CQ, this is awesome. Anytime, just let me know. And unless I'm, international corresponding it, and then I'll go find a comic book shop again. So
yes.
Fun times.
I love it. We're getting some great things. Fight to the death. That's for if we bring everybody in. Fight to the death. Make it a game show episode. And every 20 minutes we vote a guy off. I love all these ideas. I love all these ideas. I love all
vote
of these.
Somebody off.
I love it. Until there's only one man left. No, man, you guys are the best.
CQ, what if you get voted off the island?
Then there's no show. I'm the host. I'm not a contestant. I'm the host. No, yeah.
It's like 2 weeks ago when the show just goes beep.
Yeah, it is what it is. Guys, thank you so much for making this show what it is. Thank you for being fans of the station. Last plug. If you're not already, maybe join the patreon.com.
Do a Patreon. You want that RDJ. You want your chance for that RDJ.
You want that Robert Downey Jr. And let me tell you something.
Or maybe you don't.
This is it. Your odds are higher, like about as high as this spin of the wheel here, because there's not that many people involved. So thank you.
Hey, folks. No, never mind. CQ scamming you. It's a fake. I saw him sign himself.
Yes. And with that, Angry Elf is gone for the year. I joke. No, you guys
only because I want it.
You guys have been great. Thank you so much for everything, as always. Man, I'm so excited for 2024.
It's gonna be fun, dude.
It's gonna be a great year. You all are awesome, man. I really couldn't have done it. This show again wouldn't be anything without the fans. So
definitely
looking forward to more exciting stuff next year. We're gonna do more game show nights, more call-in nights, more interviews. We're gonna be covering more places. I've already got a trip scheduled to Vermont. I've got a trip scheduled to Vegas. Like we're trying to get to San Diego Comic-Con. We'll be at New York Comic-Con. Like next year we're going to be full fucking bore, full steam ahead, no holds bar.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bigger and better than ever. If fucking E3 wasn't canceled permanently, we'd be going to that too. But yeah, it's gonna be a great year. So excited, and yeah, man, we'll see you guys all next year. So I wish you guys
See you next year.
I wish you guys all a happy holidays. Enjoy it. Remember what the holidays are all about. Whatever faith
Yes.
you,
Family,
whatever-
friends.
yeah, whatever religion you follow, whatever holiday you celebrate, do it safely, do it well. Remember what it's all about. Good friends, good family, good food, giving more than receiving, and yeah, and I hope you all have a safe and happy holidays and a new year. And
Yeah.
the next time I see you guys, it'll be 2024. I mean,
Yep.
what's left to say? All righty. With that, it is Pop Culture Warrior, and by essence of leadership, I guess WTF Nation Radio signing off for 2023. We'll see you guys next year. Shots.
Good night.
Doc! Oh, no! We're too late! We missed it! Oh, jeez, this is heavy. Ah, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Doc, I got a time machine. I'm just gonna punch in the coordinates. Pop Culture Warrior, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WTF Nation Radio. Now crank this bad boy up to 88 miles per hour.
Let's see it.